Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of By the Numbers. I'm Richard Lewis. That's Duncan Thorin Shields. He's currently on the move out in California at the moment, where tomorrow, I believe it is, we'll be meeting up to get ready for a conference on Tuesday, where we're going to be talking about the perennial, the evergreen topic of esports journalism. Can't wait for that. But look, let's start before. I'm almost loath to do the sponsor plug at the start, right? Because there's just been so much crazy shit going on, with my YouTube channel, with the potential rivalry sponsorship that we've got. So let's
I
talk
hadn't even
about
thought of that. Yeah, what happens with the VOD for this?
Yeah, what indeed. So let me. Some of you probably don't watch my live streams, but just watch this. So let's give you a full appraisal of what's been going on. As you may know, last year we that is Sam and I we agreed to be sponsored by Rivalry.com, where basically. You know, I've never had a sponsor before. I always thought it might impede the type of work that I do, you know, journalism and stuff first. But I got to meet the guys over at Rivalry. You know, they're an esports betting site, but they're not like a skins betting site or a cryptocurrency site or, you know, any of that scammy, weird bullshit that was taken over. And as I've always said, I was a little bit reluctant until I met them and we talked about it. And we've had a pretty good partnership. Now, what's been going on over at YouTube is there appears to be a wave of bans that are going through anything to do with gambling. So not just skins websites, not just case opening sites, but basically if you promote any form of gambling now, you are at risk of your YouTube channel being shut down. And what happened to me was my channel got mass flagged. I have no idea predicated on what, but it's one of the many groups that I piss off on a fucking daily basis decided that they would report every video over the last year that had anything to do with Rivalry in it. And basically what this did was this triggered a series of strikes on the YouTube channel. And you can only get 3 strikes. How it works is if you get 3 strikes in a 3-month period, your channel will be terminated. Well, I got 12.
I like the way they're operating the fucking like ridiculous same legal system as in like whatever is it, California.
It's not like as well, like you get 1 strike for obviously we've told you once this is 1 strike. Oh nah, every previous video. So if they wanted to, they could have given us 100 strikes.
Yeah, exactly. So however many videos we've done over the last year are all potential strikes, right? So I got up to 12 community strikes before I was like, this is insane. So I went and got in touch with YouTube, and YouTube being YouTube, they didn't get back to me. And then because they tweeted about it, a bunch of people spammed Fwiz, who we all know and love. I wish people wouldn't do that. It must be sickening for him because I don't. This is definitely not his wheelhouse. Yeah, he gets tagged in on everything to do with YouTube. And obviously, you know, I know Fwiz and have a lot of respect for him. So I wish people would stop doing that, by the way, because you're not helping me by putting fucking extra work on his plate. It's not his job. But anyway, because me and Fwiz have a healthy respect for each other's work, he did get involved. And then we had an email sent out to the YouTube support team. The YouTube support team can't tell me why the videos were removed. So they have to get in touch with an internal, non-customer facing team. And what they did was they told me it was definitely to do with the Rivalry sponsor. Well, one guy told me it was definitely to do with the Rivalry sponsorship. And any link, any mention, any pre-roll, any of that can trigger a strike. The other internal team copy-pasted me a list of rules without any context. It was like they said, "Oh, hey, we're going to get in touch with you on Twitter now." So, and explain what's going on. So I went, "Okay, DM me." So what they sent me in my DM makes no sense. basically, long story short, what it says is that right. Well, this is what the DM says. While it might not seem fair to say you can't show something because of what viewers theoretically might do in response, we draw the line at content that's intended to incite violence or encourage dangerous illegal activities that have an inherent risk of serious physical harm or death. Now, I will say, you know, by the numbers is pretty edgy, isn't it, Duncan? I don't know if we've ever incited violence at all. I don't think we have.
No way.
And then it goes, it's not permitted to post videos showing activities such as drug abuse, underage drinking and smoking, or bomb making. In addition to this, we are very sensitive to any harmful or dangerous content that involves minors.
Yeah, well, we kept saying that our podcast is straight fire.
Yeah.
It didn't mean any of that, okay? That was just a metaphor.
But, you know. Yeah, so, that was also a strange one. Just to also tell you that Jake Paul did do the Bird Box challenge, where he literally blindfolded himself and was playing in traffic. Not banned. Not banned. No punitive measures taken against him at all. FaZe, as we know, multiple videos of underage drinking going on. Not banned, to my knowledge. No punitive measures taken. Right? So, okay, just me. And I haven't done any of this, remember? So then they go on. We also restrict content that intends to sell certain regulated or illegal goods and services through direct sales or links to sites that sell these items. And these items include drugs, pharmaceuticals that require a prescription, alcohol, nicotine products, online gambling casinos, counterfeit documents, or stolen credit card information. So it is good to see that they place alcohol, perfectly legal and age restricted, on the same level as counterfeit documents or stolen credit card information. I mean, that's just bizarre to me anyway. But Rivalry aren't a casino. A casino is where you go and you play fucking games, you know, of chance and card games. Yeah. That's a casino. And as we all know, a lot of these online casinos aren't very well regulated and they don't operate with a provably fair system that can be trusted. But a sports betting site is not a casino.
I've also seen tons of videos by influencers, frag movie makers that had literal casino things.
YouTube has casino ads that roll in front of videos. Yeah. They advertise casinos to you.
Well, one of the guys who talked to me said it doesn't count when they run gambling ads because they do all the correct checks, so they feel confident in running those.
But there is a gambling commission who also do those checks, as in, you know, a literal company whose job it is to do the checks, not yours. So surely you can go through that. If they're regulated by the gambling commission, you know they're legit.
Well, look, here's the big problem we've got, right? And this is why this doesn't just affect me. First of all, it took me a week to get a copy-paste of a policy that doesn't apply to my video. Sorry, I'm doing the AOC thing. And it's...
All right, to advertise Rivalry.
Sports betting is okay, y'all. So it took me a week to get copy-pasted a policy that has nothing to do with me. When I pointed out to them and said, this doesn't answer any of my questions, they refused to reply to me again. I sent an email to the guy who was handling my case saying, look, you've just copy-pasted me a policy that doesn't even apply to me. Just answer the question. Where in the video did I break the rules? Tell me so I don't break them again in future, because I'd like to keep my YouTube channel. They haven't answered. So here's the problem. You might have heard of a company called GGBet, right? GG.bet. This is a big issue.
Obviously advertise on plenty of big tournaments and stuff in CS. Yeah.
Well, just to give you an example of how ubiquitous
Navi in the north, I think, you know, pretty big company.
Just to give you an idea of how ubiquitous they are in terms of their esports sponsorship, right? They first of all, they sponsor one of the more popular Dota 2 channels called, WTF Dota or whatever, or Dota what the fuck. I was getting I don't watch it religiously because all the videos are the same. You've seen one, you've seen them all. But that is their sponsor. It's got 3 million subs. 3 million subs.
Mate, you can go bigger than that. What about Betway? They do content with West Ham on YouTube. Is that no longer allowed? Can you not do that? They link to their
and
site.
obviously Betway sponsor NIP.
Yeah.
But here's the other problem with the GG Bet stuff is that because I got told even banner ads or verbal, like saying, go to rivalry.com and use the referral code RLS, that is enough to get my video banned. But GG Bet have just sponsored, like, for example, they just did the DreamHack tournament we're going to talk about. They are in every VOD of that tournament. So by the rules that fucking YouTube are clumsily spitting out to me, that means every VOD of every esports game on YouTube that has GG Bet anywhere on the screen has to be deleted, and a community strike has to be issued against that channel in the interest of consistency. Now, I'll just say this.
That'll be like half of esports taken down tomorrow.
Yes. That would be esports, like 50%, the Thanos click on esports. Yeah. So I'll say this. If you're fucking YouTube, and I'm going to fuck who you are, if you're Fwiz or anyone else or any of the incompetents that handle my shit, right? You want to do business in fucking esports, yet you want to censor, like, I'll just say it, the greatest esports journalist of all time, me, right? You want to fucking... You want to take down all of these VODs. You want to remove a huge sponsor and sponsors in the scene, like Rivalry, GGBet, all of these companies, Betway, right? And remove any content they're associated with. Well, go fuck yourself. Fuck yourself. I'll be banging the drum all fucking day. I'll do everything I can. I'll call in every last fucking favor. Stop doing deals with YouTube till they get this shit sorted out. It's beyond a fucking joke that they think they can have their cake and eat it. Coming to esports. Yeah, we love that esports content. We love that fucking broadcasting agreement. We love all that. We love getting that hip, new, cool fucking audience because we butchered YouTube gaming so fucking badly.
Yeah, when they said they were going to have to shut down YouTube gaming, I thought they meant something entirely different. No, the thing that's most mad about this to me, beyond like the fact that the videos are being removed, that the channel's in trouble, etc., is exactly what you said, right? I can tell you from dealing with Reddit moderators and all people who are in positions to make a judgment and like enforce rules. One of the first things, if they are competent, they should have done is they should be able to tell you exactly what rule you're banned for. Because otherwise, why are you banned? You get into some sort of mad Kafka-esque thing where it's like, you broke a rule. What's the rule? I can't tell you that, though. It's like, then how could I have broken it? But you did. Yeah. But which one was it? And you end up in these mad cycles. And in your case, they're doing the classic move companies love to do, where they just send you on the fucking Ring of Rosies. Like, oh, you go to this person. Oh, he can't help you, right? Well, the other person can help you. It's like, you know who can help me, motherfucker. You're just delaying now.
And let's just talk about why we even took a sponsorship, right? Let's talk about that, right? Because YouTube decided in their infinite wisdom to take every video I put onto their fucking garbage platform and demonetize it. And you're demonetizing it to appease the Wall Street fucking Journal and a bunch of cunts who complained and cried about, oh, look, in 2 clicks, I got to a video that had a racial epithet in it. And there was a Coca-Cola advert on it. Oh, Lord. What a nightmare. Don't know what that's got to do with my fucking cheddar. Nout. Right? So, you put all my videos in a fucking demonetized state. Then, as if that's not enough, you then say you risk your channel if you direct people to Twitch or Patreon, i.e. other ways to make money from the content you demonetize. And many people got hit with strikes for this, and some people had their channels deleted. Yes, that is correct. It is against... If I want to make a YouTube video saying, hey, look, here's a couple of highlights from my Twitch stream. Come check out my Twitch stream. It's going live in 30 minutes. If I want to do that, banned, because it's expressly against YouTube's terms of service to drive people off YouTube, apparently. Also, recently brought in. If I want to have something at the end of this video that says, "Hey, go to Patreon and help me out there," we're probably violating the rules by having the Patreon bar at the bottom. So I can't make money from you guys on Patreon. I can't make money from you guys on Twitch. I can only make money from you guys on YouTube, which explicitly isn't possible because they demonetize the videos. So yeah, we took a sponsor. Because otherwise, there was no point in making any content other than just to get the message out. And to be frank, in that case, I'd rather not give YouTube the clicks. I could just put it up on Twitch. At least I could fucking paywall it there. Right? And then we take the sponsor, and with no notice, no formal announcement anywhere, you decide out of the fucking blue that sports betting is somehow this terrible thing akin to forged documents, underage drinking, dangerous content to minors, and you just start banning people's channels across the board without telling anyone shit. YouTube, you are fucking garbage. And while you do this, cunts like RiceGum and Jake Paul and all these other fuckers are out there promoting actual scams. T. Martin's still on your platform, I noticed. The guy literally promoted a fucking pyramid scheme, but they got mills, ain't they? They got mills of followers, so you won't fuck with them. But 100K channel, you'll fuck with it. You are absolute cunts. It's beyond a joke. But yeah. There you have it. So, I mean, just what like you say, Kafkaesque was exactly what I was thinking of, Duncan, because I'm literally in a position where I don't even know what rule I've broken still, but I am being penalized for it.
Yeah, exactly.
How the fuck do you even operate in that system? So anyway,
as you say, there's also the ultimate. What's funny is usually it's not even the thing you get punished for. It tilts you as much as when you look around and they don't enforce it with other people. Like that just shows that it's not true. That shows you are literally being selected, and then they've reverse engineered a reason to ban. Because if the ban was there legit, you'd just say the reason, would be no problem. And secondly, if it was everyone getting banned for this wouldn't be just about you. It'd be about everyone getting banned. But it's not. It's only you. So like YouTube has a lot of explaining to do.
But of course, as we know, they won't actually explain anything, and we'll just see this rule selectively applied. And it's a matter of time. Like, again, people say, oh, Richard's a melodramatic cunt, right? But I'm usually on point about this. It will be a matter of time before it hits a channel that is ingrained in the fabric of esports in a way that I'm not. You know, Mo TV had some stuff, right? No one gives a fuck. Everyone laughs. Everyone goes, ha, it's Mo. Ha, ha, ha. You know, he'll just have to push Bitcoin or whatever. But the reality is, you know, there's like Kevin Hitt just linked me. There's Pinnacle ads on ECS. You know, we're going to remove that. By the way,
wasn't ECS in? I mean, they obviously were literally on YouTube, the live stream a few years back, right?
Yes, one of their partners. So it's crazy. It's mind blowing to me. But anyway. Let's get into the other good shit. Let's start by talking about it's finally happened. We had DreamHack Dallas. We'll get into depth in that in a moment. But what a strange way for the Astralis era to officially end. It's happened. No, there was no way that by the end of the final between Team Liquid and ENCE, there was no way that Astralis could have remained number one no matter what team actually came out on top. And now, with the way that the HLTV rankings decay, there's actually a chance they could go down to third because the major will start to decay off. And just to put it in, as you tweeted out, what is it? They've played how many best of threes in the last 3 months?
I believe they had played like five, and three of those were that EPL group they played, which obviously that tournament hasn't even, the main final hasn't begun yet. So basically 2 outside of EPL. So 5. And again, that's why I tweeted it. I mean, obviously I wasn't the one who made the tweet. It was a guy from HLTV.org, but I embedded it. The reason why I embedded it is because it shows how all these bullshit conflations and excuses people use, like, yeah, but Na'Vi's skipping events as well. You're right. You know what? How has Na'Vi played like double the amount of best of threes then? How are they doing that? That's the point. I've made this point in the past. It was never about skipping events. It was about skipping the biggest events that count towards your ranking and how good you are. That's the point. Yes, they went to events that don't matter, events where you don't even play best of threes. And so you look at some of the teams that were on that graphic, it was on my Twitter. Some of them have played like 3 times the best of threes of Astralis. So this is a point I want to make at the outset here. right? There's going to be people, Richard, who say, Team Liquid skipping ESL One Cologne. First of all, they aren't anymore. They're going to the qualifier. And secondly, that's irrelevant. That is months from now. They went to tournaments in the meantime. Therefore, they have fulfilled the requirement to be a top team. Oh, but what about Na'Vi skipping? Na'Vi won Star Series Season 7. Is everyone aware of this? That was a massive tournament. They won many best of threes to win it. Even ENCE. So ENCE went to a few blasts, right? Yeah, they went to Star Series. They went to CS Summit. They went to DreamHack Dallas. The point is this. It's not that Astralis has fallen off due to a technicality with how HLTV.org does their rankings. They have fallen off by any metric which would make you the #1 team. Anyone saying, but we all know, of course, deep down that they're the best. Excuse me? Am I at a religious meeting here? Do we all know that Jesus is our savior? I want evidence, motherfucker. They were the best team 3 months ago. I agree. What have they done the last 3 months? Won a shitty blast, come second in a blast, and not even made the final of a blast. That's it. And then gone to EPL and won one of the most whack groups ever. And obviously that tournament is way far from finished. So what evidence would there be for them to be #1? You don't remain #1 for what happened last year. Like MIBR isn't sick now because they used to be amazing in 2017. Like they have to prove it. You remain the best by proving you're the best. You have to beat the best. You have to play the best. At the moment, it doesn't matter that Astralis, I agree. It seems weird that they're not the best because no one truly beat them, right? I mean, ENCE split them in the best of 3, but that was a one-off. That's Astralis' fault. That's none of my concern. I just tell you what I see in the game, and I haven't seen Astralis. Therefore, how could they be the best? And in fact, I'll go one further. After watching how they played at the last 2 blasts, I think even in game, they don't have anything to say that they're the best. You look at how they actually play, their game has decayed.
No, but to put this into context, right? I mean, obviously, like one of my go-to sporting analogies will involve boxing or, MMA. Think about it, right? Like, you got the fucking belt round your waist. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to go out and fucking defend it, motherfucker. You don't just go, I won it now, haven't I? And then you're like, okay, we'll give you some fucking butterbean, motherfucker, that you can just wail on, and like, yeah, well, I battered butterbean, didn't I? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, brilliant. I'm amazed the cut didn't have I'm amazed the cut didn't have a heart attack. But like, you got real contenders over here. You know what you're gonna do? You got Tyson Fury over there. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? You're not gonna fight him. You're just gonna, I'll just keep dodging him forever. Like, what is this? What is this shit? It don't work like that. If you do not take on the best like in a row, you don't get to call yourself the best. It's that simple. Shit, man, you might even still have the fucking belt, but everyone knows you're a fucking plastic champion. So the idea that you were going to fucking just now attend these, like you say, one of the blast events they attended was a fucking joke. Like, it was like some of the teams that were there, it was just a road show. It was like an exhibition. It weren't even a real tournament. And what I don't understand is, why would you want to... Right, why would you want to put yourself in a position, right, where you are going to come back and do some tournaments? Glaive made that very sarcastic.
Got a nice summer run coming up, yeah.
Yeah, right? Brilliant. Why would you want to get all fucking soft and doughy around the midriff before going into those? Like, why would you not want to be honing your fucking skills? Why would you want to be
That's the dumbest thing, This is why fans don't realize. This is where the whole soft exclusivity emerges into the Astralis topic. Because all they had to do was attend one of these events. And if everyone who's a fan of theirs tells us that they're the best team, then they'd have won Star Series. Or maybe they only attended even CS Summit, they'd have won that. Maybe they'd only attended IM Sydney, maybe they won that. Maybe they attend DreamHack Dallas, maybe they'd have won that. Any one of these, winning it would have been enough. The point is they didn't attend those events. So like, it's not our fault. And in this particular scenario, that's why it looks like bullshit soft exclusivity, because they went out of their way not to attend any tier 1 tournaments. And they did it because guess what? That angle of like, well, we're the best team. They basically pissed in the face of all those events. Haha, your title doesn't mean anything. Your champion means nothing. They haven't played us. Well, you know what, Astralis? Hello, Glaive. Hello, Device. Hello, Magisk. Hello, Zonic. Hello, all the rest of you. I'm not going to say everyone's fucking name. This is a little message for you now. Every tournament you now skip, it doesn't matter that you're not there. All that matters now, mate, is whether Team Liquid's there, whether ENCE is there. You now have to go just to get your status back. And God forbid, by the way, you don't win all those tournaments you thought you were going to win this summer. Then the fucking fun begins. And you know what? You'll have no one to blame but yourself. No one to blame but yourself.
This is where now, right? Like, they've got to be worried because... I mean, but they're probably not, actually. But, I mean, I think if you're an Astralis fan, I think you should be worried. Because, look, I'll say this, Duncan, and don't get mad at me. in my brain, I still think, you know, you put them in a best of 3, they'll probably beat Liquid, or you put them in a best of 3, they could beat Ents, or you put them in a best of 3, they'll beat
with full
Na'Vi.
practice, in form, course. Yeah, I'd give them a good shot.
But these types of tournaments we're talking about, you don't just beat a Team Liquid in one best of 3. You don't just beat an Ents in one best of 3. You have to fucking go Na'Vi, Liquid, Ents. You've got to go through the ground. Now, do you still have the fucking minerals to do that when you've been fucking just putting your feet up and chilling the fuck out and saying, oh, you know, we're exhausted and we don't like traveling. See here, I'm off to fucking Dubai. You know, like it's just a worrying time to be an Astralis fan, because they have relinquished a crown, which, and let's also be clear, there's a probably an argument to say it's just HLTV rankings. They don't mean shit, right? But equally, they are pretty much the official, you know, outside of your own, they are pretty much the official standings. Of course.
Yeah.
Of any team.
It should using the seed.
Yeah, exactly. It should mean something. It should mean something. But maybe that's all it means. But then again, they were the first team to go more than a year. Like, when you're etching records into record books, you shouldn't just go, well, no one's going to beat 12. Because someone will on a long enough time scale. Yeah. You know, you want to fucking go absolutely balls out. Like, set something up that cannot be broken. And again, just through your own sort of like languid approach. And dare I even say lack of respect to the crown, to be a number 1. You've just given away a huge potential part of your legacy to appease business partners.
Yeah, that's the part I don't
really
get as well, because that's another common thing I've heard in return when I've made all these points about Blast and Astralis. I always hear it back, Richard, but maybe they just want time off. Maybe they don't care about being number 1. I don't give a fuck what they think. Why would I care? Like, I'm here to watch the top Counter-Strike teams play. I'm not here to know, oh, in our hearts we're number 1. We don't feel like playing. They get the fuck out the door then. I don't care. Bring in a team who wants to play. I'm here to watch teams who want to play Counter-Strike. You know what? If you're really ill, if you have to take time off, then how about gracefully fucking giving up the title then, you little cunt? If you're so ill and everyone's got all these illnesses, can't travel, then how about you make a statement? Understandably, we'd like to compete at these tournaments, but we cannot. Therefore, if teams and if fans and teams and tournaments around the world want to declare someone else the number 1 team, we understand that. We are relinquishing that effectively because we are unable to attend the events at the moment. No, everyone wants it their way all the time. Like, this is just childish shit. It's like I've said, like, that angle, it's irrelevant whether they don't want to. By the way, if that's true that they don't want to be number 1 anymore, my respect for Astralis is plummeting right now, because if there's one thing I respect about players, it's players who work hard, who want to achieve things, who understand the history of what an accomplishment means, what it means to win a major, to win big titles like ESL1 Cologne, to be ranked number 1. Think about a team like Team Liquid, right? I don't care if it's by technicality. You think this isn't a big moment in their lives? To be ranked number 1 in the entire world at a video game millions of people play. They're ranked number 1. And it doesn't matter that you go, oh...
Are they the first NA team who have done it as well?
CSGO they are, yes. Absolutely. Yeah. No one else in CSGO. No one else. Like, the best was Team Liquid before, number 2 last year. So that's the best ever. Exactly. So it doesn't matter what the technicalities are. That is the facts.
So a really strange thing. And like you say, look, again... If it's illness, if it's exhaustion, if it's fatigue, hell.
Totally understandable, of course.
Yeah. You're human. We get it, man. Like, but you go into these fucking whack fucking...
Like I say, you only had to attend
Blast one event.
Yeah. Give us one tournament. And the point is, they couldn't even give us one. Couldn't even give us one. That's why it looks so much like soft exclusivity with everything else we now know. And by the way, I'll just one last time, I'll reiterate it. We didn't even know about any of that shit when we first started commenting on it. Thanks, guys. Shout out, Nickel and Iam. Thanks, mate. I would never have known all that shit. All that stuff getting exposed about you all the time now. I didn't even know it. But because you're so dumb that when someone came to search the house, you sat on the chest that had all the fucking goodies in it, then we found out that's where it was. Well done.
Crazy shit. So, like I say, congrats to Liquid. Just before we do get into talking about DreamHack Dallas, let's talk a little bit, because we always cover the drama and we always keep it real. I don't know what the fuck is going on right now with Sadikist and Scoops on Twitter. Have you seen this?
Oh, I haven't seen this today. No.
Yeah, I posted it in the...
I have to say, by the way, I'm obviously a big admirer of Scoops, But I do think he's getting a bit out of his lane with some of his cocks. I've noticed he keeps trying to push the angle that like you shouldn't in any way blame the players or the teams or whatever. It's like, wait a minute, they choose not to attend the events, mate. Like, do you not care about the history of Counter-Strike? Oh, what is this shit? Like, it's not like they're not a gunpoint, mate. They agree to do so. Some of the players
do we know that for certain though? Do we know that for certain though? I mean, because remember with the PEA stuff.
I mean, Zonic isn't the fucking owner of Astralis or Refresh, mate. So like, why is he commenting there?
Yeah, well, obviously, right. Ignore that for a second though. But what I mean is, like, do we know that, for example, Astralis haven't gone to like the fucking Refresh and said, "Come on, man, we're getting fucking wrecked out there. We're getting wrecked on social media. We got fucking Duncan and Rich wrecking us, and fucking everybody's wrecking us the entire time. Everyone's calling us Blastralis. That name's starting to stick. We're probably going to lose our #1 spot. Like we really want to go
all this, sure.
Yeah. But we like so. What I'm saying is like maybe they are, maybe they aren't. What I guess the broader question is, do we know for certain that players are getting to have a say in what tournaments they go to? Because obviously you remember with the PEA drama, the whole point was team owners were telling them, nah, you actually we choose, and the players stood up, and that's what led effectively to the formation of the Players Association. But equally as well, these orgs are still their employers. They still say, like, where, we need, especially, it's even more crazy because Refresh own the team and they've got this thing on the fucking side in the Blast that they need to blow up. And that's why they're pushing the soft exclusivity. And what a boon it is to be able to have the #1 team or former #1 team in the world. Yeah, attending all of these events, one of the ones with the biggest fan bases across all of the games. But, I don't know. I don't necessarily feel comfortable until I know one way or the other. I'll not condemn the play. I'll criticize the players, but I won't condemn them. But if I found out, for example, like the players were like 100% totally,
I'll tell you why my problem is this, Rich. I was on your position maybe a week ago. I thought, well, you know what? As Sadikist said, I know some of the pro players do not like this. I know some of them even are worried to even talk to their org about it because they know their org signed the deal and they just think, what's the point in even doing this? I'm just going to get in trouble, aren't I? It's not going to accomplish anything. But here's what I will say, Richard. I saw one of those features that a certain betting company does that isn't Rivalry, where they go and interview people. Oh, no, it wasn't even you know what? It was actually Double Tap. Double Tap did a feature where they said, are Astralis the villains of Counter-Strike since they skip all these events? You know what? Most players stood up on their behalf, Richard, and said, like, they're not, it's fine, they skip events. Like, they still went to some Blast events, blah, blah. Like, everyone basically, even fucking pro players, used the whack, totally bullshit sophistry arguments that fans use. Like, for example, but they are going to tournaments. Yeah, it was never about just going to tournaments. Like, if you go to fucking Epic LAN, that doesn't count, and we can't go, well, you can't, so we're skipping events. Like, no, obviously it was relevant tournaments. Like, even you should know that. But then again, sadly, what I did notice, a lot of those players were in teams who themselves skipped at least one event, and therefore a lot of it looked like it was a vehicle for them to forgive Astralis, therefore they forgave themselves. So I will just say a number of poor players basically were in their corner on that one. Whereas again, I always say this, I'll repeat it for the millionth time, you are not obliged to say anything. You can just say nothing.
Yeah.
If you really don't believe that, don't say anything. Because by the way, if you do say it on camera and I don't hear differently from you privately, I'll treat you as though you mean it because you've said it on camera. I consider that to be public evidence. So if all I have at the moment from those players is public evidence, I think some players are on board with it, mate. I think some of them do defend it. I would agree. I know some behind the scenes don't, and I don't know what the split would be. I haven't talked to everyone, obviously.
Yeah. Well, so let's I'll try and break down what the drama is. Now, obviously, full disclosure,
I'm just going to get a drink back. I still let you go.
Yeah, do your thing. Full disclosure, like, I ain't got a dog in this particular fight. Like, Scott always takes time out of his day to come on my streams. Like, whenever he's got something he wants to talk about, we get into a bunch of stuff. He was just on the other day talking about this phase stuff from how it could impact on esports players' contracts. And he does the No Majors Club every time we've done one. I've just known Scott for fucking years, so nothing but love for my older brother from another mother. But equally as well, Sadikist was coming on the No Majors Club while he was at the event. I've known Sadikist since he got into the space. We've had some wild nights out drinking. I consider him a friend. So it's a real hard thing when you see two people that you're pals with and, beefing and going hard in the paint, by the way.
I mean, I'm just looking it up now, but I will also say, by the way, You know what? I would say both of these people, Sir Scoots and Skradakist, are people where I actually genuinely do not believe they would lie about something like this. So it's one of those scenarios. No. That's also what's difficult. I actually think both people probably have a valid position. Both people are arguing in good faith. They're actually even publicly having a discussion for that exact reason. It's not just pointless to snipe each other. They're trying to make a point. So that's why it is tough, because it's not that one's the good guy and the bad guy. That's not the scenario here.
Exactly. And I hate all that binary thinking bullshit anyway, right? But anyway, so just to put it in chronology, like Sadakist tweeted out, at each of the previous 4 events I've attended, at least one player has told me, unsolicited, that they do not like attending Blast events, travel, schedule, etc. When asked why they don't say/do something about it, their answers have been consistent. We can't. And this obviously is a huge change to what was the prescribed wisdom, right? Like, you know, there was meant to be this like I say, big shift when we had the whole PEA incident. Like, the flag was planted. Players get to have a huge say, if not the majority say, if not totality, in what events they play at. So Scoots replied to that because Don Hassey asked him, thoughts on half your CS Player Association being part of a franchised league, which we talked about it. In essence, where it's heading, if the Blast stays in the way, if it stays operating the way it does, it is sort of a franchised roadshow league. It's like I say, it's kind of like Overwatch in a way, right? I mean, not as bad, because obviously Overwatch is fucking hot garbage, but you know, like, you're still playing Counter-Strike at the end of the day. But you get my point. And then he adds, and they aren't allowed to criticize or talk about it. So Scott replied, saying, "Not my association, mate. It belongs to the players. I'm merely an advisor." And I've got nothing but respect for Scott, that he always makes that clear, because even though he's heavily involved in it, Scott can always come out and just go like, "Yeah, well, I'm gonna make this broad sweeping statement on behalf of the players." Like, I mean, you know, he's always been very consistent in, when the players ask me to speak on their behalf, I will, but if they don't, I don't. And so fair play there. He then says, number 2, the key question to ask the players is if they freely signed up to play on the circuit, or if they were forced to play in it by their orgs. And that's kind of like what I was saying, you see. Like, I don't know if they were presented with, hey, you're going to get all these wicked financial inducements like Weezer did with the bobblehead Nikos, and you'll all make some money, right? Or whether they've literally been told by their orgs, we've signed a deal, you're playing 5 to Blast tournaments, end. And the players weren't looped into that discussion. So until we know one way or the other, again, that's what I mean. I'll reserve condemnation for the players. Like, obviously, if the players were whining about it to Sadakist, are the same motherfuckers who signed up because they thought it was going to be all about that bread, then fuck them. I mean, you can't have it both ways, right? And then he said, 3, non-disparaging language is standard in contracts, by the way.
What does that mean, though?
So what Scott's saying there is that if there's a contract in place for the players to attend the events, they can't publicly criticize the events.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, I don't know if Scott's alluding to the fact that the refresh, you know, the Blast contracts actually do have a non-disparagement clause in it. I'll just say this. I love America, but there's some things that have sort of just become the norm in America, which are just outrageous. Non-competes, which hopefully in a few years they're going to be totally gone. It's outrageous. It's outrageous to say to somebody you can't work in the same industry because it might compete with us. Yeah, I don't work for you anymore. I am going to compete with you. Suck my fucking hairy nuts. That's just how it works. You know, the idea you get to impinge on somebody's rights because you might make a rival business better is so fucking ridiculously like OTT American capitalism. It's hard for me to get on board with it as a little bit of a lefty. But the other thing I fucking hate is fucking non-disparagement clauses. Here, we can shunt you in the ass repeatedly and just sign this bit of paper and we'll let you out and we'll pay you some money. But don't ever tell anyone how we shunted you in the ass repeatedly. What is this? What world is this? It's mental. It's such a restrictive clause. So if there is non-disparagement, I mean, put it this way as well. A business that has a non-disparagement clause in it is standard, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of actual lawyers who I know are going to go, "Oh, Richard, that's a completely outrageous statement." There must be something wrong with your business. Must be something wrong with your business. Because what world are you living in where you think, well, fucking hell, everyone's going to fucking call us a bunch of cunts when they leave, once the reality sets in, once you get past that 6-month fucking honeymoon period. You know, you shouldn't need it.
Oh,
Just
by the
treat
way,
people right.
There is a tweet here where Sir Scoot says 2 hours ago, I cannot speak to why they do not praise it or demean it, referred to Blast. I am simply saying none of them have been forced to participate in it by their orgs. So there we go. Game over. Either Scoots is a liar or none of them, they chose to compete. Now, to be fair, there's actually impossible that he could actually fully know that, but whatever. Within his remit of knowledge and the people he's talked to, of course.
Yeah. Well, so there you go. I mean, that I've got no reason to doubt Scott, especially with the connections.
I would assume he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
And by the way, I would also agree with what Richard just said. That is also a thing pro players definitely do, by the way. They will be in favor of one thing, then change their mind, and then they don't always say, by the way, I was in favor of that before. They'll just tell you when they now don't like it, which, to be fair, I mean, whatever, they're allowed to change their mind. But it is kind of a bit ridiculous because they often leave out the first part. Like, yeah, I did actually say that I wanted to do it before. They'll just come to the journalist like, oh, I don't want to do this. It's bullshit. So I'd definitely say there's some wiggle room on this one.
Yeah, quite possibly. But then this is where the drama fucking kicks off, is number 4.
I'm just going to say, at one point in this string of tweets, someone does call someone else a cunt. So stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned, stay tuned. Not just a cunt, a daft cunt.
The best type of cunt.
Which, let's be real, you know, you get to call someone a cunt, that's fine. Again, Americans hate that. And I've had so many Americans say to me, like, I don't like the word cunt. Don't give a fuck, mate. It's part of our fucking bread and butter. It's part of our British fucking heritage.
Don't stop appropriating my culture.
Yeah, don't deny me my cultural right to call you a cunt, for fuck's sake.
Your vagina is not my culture.
Do you want to know just an interesting point on why the word cunt actually is a part of British heritage? It first, because I actually, you know, read a lot about etymology and everything. So it first appeared in print in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. This is absolutely true. And it was in the Miller's Tale. And it actually preempts, predicts Donald Trump, like a lot of things do. Because the miller, in an attempt to seduce a woman, it says, und Agrippa by a Quinta. And Quinta is the...
Holy shit, he grabbed her by the pussy. He grabbed her by the... You know what, when you want to...
In the Miller's Tale, 100%.
Tales, they let you do it, you know.
100%. 100%. And Agrippa by the Quinta. So Quinta, it was like Quente.
Billy Bushy.
that is literally the first appearance of the word in print. I forget the year Chaucer's Canterbury Tales come out, but it is in there. Yeah, and then obviously, so it is a traditional British and old English word. It's not new. It has this ridiculous history, you know, where the word changes, you know, and everything. So yeah, just stop denying me my right to use the word cunt. Thank you very much, America. Like, you don't have old English history and all this wonderful language that we do. Just saying. Anyway, we'll timestamp all of that because it'll upset everybody. But yes. What is a cunt without the word daft?
2019, when we have to censor discussion about the Canterbury Tales. You know, this world has got too surreal on it. But anyway, welcome our next segment featuring Desmond. Get me out! Get me out!
Right. Anyway, so number 4, what Matt won't tell you is he was fine working for the Blast himself until he fucked up at the last event he worked for them. And they told him he was going to sit out the next one. Now, I don't know what his fuck up was. Like, has Sadikist ever worked a Blast? I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, he's done a few Blasts, yeah.
All right. So how did he fuck up a Blast event?
Well, here's the thing. Scoots doesn't say it, but he's intimating, I assume, something behind the scenes. Because as far as I know, on camera, there was never an incident. There was never any fuck up. And it's not something associated with Sadikist. So what he's actually doing there, and if you read the tweet thread, you know, you'll get to another one later where he implies that this story comes from Sadikist's colleagues, in other words, the other talent, is that Sadikist did something behind the scenes. Now, I don't really know what they're referring to. I'm not sure on that one.
Well, I mean, like on the one hand, I'd like, you know, I've not heard anything, but on the other hand, I have told the CS fucking talent pool, which I am 100% out of now, like, they are a bunch of gossipy bitches. Like, it's unbelievable how it is like a fucking sewing circle. Like, it's mental. There are no secrets, and sometimes there are many, many lies. But whatever.
Oh, by the way, on a side note, if you ever see esports beef and you haven't read any of it yet, my dick gets so hard when I see people starting to write numbers in their tweets. So like, I know there's like, fucking hell, there's more of this shit coming. Like, lock me in, get the fucking popcorn, got a hole in the bottom of the popcorn.
Balance the ball.
There we go.
Another classic. Just like the Miller's Tale. Anyway, so I don't know what this could be. And then Matt replies with,
the implication, I assume, is he did something unprofessional, and therefore he's trying to imply that's why they didn't invite him again.
Listen, I mean, I'm so loath to bring it up, man. Like, it's nothing to do with the infamous birthday incident, is it?
No, I don't think it should be. As far as I know, right. I'm almost certain Sadikis.
I don't know the chronology.
Certainly done a blast since then, but I'll double check just to make sure I'm not wrong. But I'll do that while you're talking.
Right. Okay. Well, anyway, so Matt replied with, "Get your facts straight." I kept this out of it, but they asked me to attend SPs. That's Sao Paulo, obviously.
I assume, yeah.
I told them no, and then they changed their tune and tried to flex on me. This is not about me at all, but I will address this when I'm not in the middle of a final. Nice timing. And then Scott replied with, "Amazingly, that's not even the story I heard from some of your best mates. Whatever you have to tell yourself to get out of bed, mate, you do you." I responded to his tweet when I saw it. I did not even know you were doing the finals, actually. And then Sadikis goes, "I'll happily provide emails." I assume saying that this will prove his version of events. I also wouldn't exactly call my colleagues best mates.
Yes, okay. So, by the way, just to corroborate, the Sadikist incident, his birthday is, I believe it's like the 31st of March or something. I think it's the end of March. And since then, he has done, let me have a look. As far as I can tell, he did 2 blast events after that. He did Copenhagen and Lisbon. So it wouldn't even logically make sense for the birthday incident to actually switch over.
We'll timestamp the birthday incident out, because I don't think,
fair enough,
he's been rightly condemned and hauled over the coals for that, and we have to give people second chances.
It depends, though. At the same time, we did also point out that is it true, though. So what if people think that that's what it's referring to?
Yeah. Well, okay.
You know what I mean? Because
now we're in a real tough spot.
We're in some liminal territory now.
Fuck. Anyway, I'll make a judgment. I'll make a judgment call. But anyway, then he goes, "I respect and work with them, but I'm not as close as you make it sound, and often they have their own interests and opinions on such matters." So, all right. And then furthermore, I've not mentioned you in this, nor have I attacked anyone. I simply provided the context that I have and the facts that I've been given. I would love to be wrong about all of this, as it would be the best result for the community. We both know it's not the first time you brought misinformation about me, but let's not make it personal. Regardless of your motives here, or those you imply are mine, this is not about us. And then he said, this is Scoot, when you attack the integrity of something I help with, it absolutely becomes about me too. And then Matt follows it up with, "You have absolutely nothing to base this on but assumption, and attacking me is entirely uncalled for. I am a stern personality with unwavering opinions. That is true, but I'm not sure what..." He was replying to another guy, but I need to read this tweet for context. So Scott says, "The tweet's a question, and not this one, but once earlier that he leveled at board members. He is not a man of the people as he is acting now. He is a man with a grudge who continually burns the bridges around him. Believe me or do not, it is what it is." And then Matt says, "I don't know what bridges you speak of." And then Scott says, "Seek professional help." Which at that point, it probably has escalated a little bit, and you should probably just fucking cool it. Just leave it there. Like, if this was happening in person in the green room, we'd be like, guys.
All still mates. All still mates.
Yeah, all still mates. We'd be doing the fucking scouts thing. Calm down. Fucking hell, Scott. Calm down. There's a reference no one will get. Congrats on the Champions League, by the way, guys.
No, what?
Even nick that. How do they keep getting away with it? Anyway, love you.
Calm down. Anyway, so Matt then replies with, "Instead of trying to manipulate public opinion, why don't you just get to the bottom of this?" And Scott drops the ultimate. He's been hanging around with us too long. Stop being a daft cunt and stop tweeting and do your fucking job for once. Then seek professional help.
Right after that, he took a sip from a can of fucking Trent Bitter.
Stop being a daft cunt. You get the fuck on with your job.
See my granddad. What the
fuck? Mate, there used to be this beer. There used to be this beer. It got fucking it got banned. I think it got banned in the UK. It used to be called Force 10, and it was 10%. And it came in these like ridiculous oversized cans. You used to have like fucking 4 cans of Force 10, and just like it would just delete your whole memory. Like they were brilliant.
Classic for my age was Orangy Boom, mate. We were ever on for the Orangy Boom days, but
yeah, the special one in the black can.
Obviously. Yeah, you didn't get a basic Orangy Boom with it.
Well, mate,
is this
the
like
fucking
a Dutch beer or something?
yeah, Orange Kaboom. That's what I used to fucking call it. Because trust me, you were likely to fucking tee off on anyone after fucking a 6-pack of that fucking stuff. It was unreal. He's got the Orange Kaboom. It's like that, mate.
He's turning the Jet Li again.
Maybe that's what the numbers were. Scott was doing. That was the number of beers he's on. Once he hit 4, he just went
just down in Orangy Booms. 1, glug glug glug. Fuck you, do your job. 2.
But never. I don't think I've ever heard an American use the term "daft cunt" before. So in a way, I'm proud and happy. But in another way, it's sad that I don't want them to fight. Because look, here's the reality. Like Scott has obviously done great work with the CSPPA as a representative for them. You know, and he's looked after players, and he this is like esports Hall of Fame shit, helping that get there. We've never, in no esport have we had a player union like this, or a player association like this. You know, it's always been controlled by the developer or some other shady shit, or at best it's been a fucking Skype group and people are excluded and all player politics comes in. This is an actual functioning players association that's recognized by like Valve and other big companies. So, like, you know, that is literally a historic moment. If Scott, like, just did the rest of his life on a fucking yacht somewhere, right, and never got involved in esports again, that's almost more than anything else he did, which, by the way, he's got quite a fucking resume. You know, that would be unbelievable stuff. But equally as well, like, what Matt is doing, and I can't speak to his motivations, but I think what Matt is saying is right. I don't think he's making it up. And you said as well that, you know, players have said to you that, So that's 2 people saying it.
Which obviously has fuck all to do with whether Sadikis was or wasn't hired to an event. And now I know if I got in a beef for Scoots, maybe he'd try and say the same thing about me. Maybe it's because you aren't hired. Except, as I've said many times on this podcast, I've only done 1 Blast Pro series. It was at the end of 2017, and I only started talking about this topic in 2019. So you do the maths on that one. I didn't travel through time.
Yeah, but I mean, here's what I'll add.
I did. I just stayed alive and went through 1 day. just before anyone says
normal speed.
Yeah,
exactly. Yes.
You know, like I'll just add as well, like, and this is probably true to us. I mean, this is how I think about it. Like, it never bothers me if you're my employer or not, or if you're someone I might work with or not, or whether you're going to hire me or not hire me or whatever. As to whether I'll criticize you. And I think I've proven that.
Sure.
You know, friends get it sometimes if it's absolutely necessary. But it does make it easier. Once they say to me, right, Richard, we're closing the bridge off at our end. You know, it's like, all right, well, now everything is fair game. Thanks for letting me know. Because, sure. You know, so it does make it easier, but it's not the motivation. It's like I say, I've always.
That's the biggest problem with basically this argument, Richard, is that like Scoots himself at the end of the tweet chain even says, like, basically, I wasn't referring to that particular tweet. I was referring to other tweets he's made, commenting about board members of the CSPPA or whatever. So the point is, for anyone who's following this, by the way, like, none of the stuff in this tweet thread actually even says that Sadikis lying.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. Even if you actually do think he did something and is salty at Blast and is doing this through motivation of having not been hired again, doesn't change the facts of what he is saying, though. If he is telling the truth, like, the truth is the truth no matter who says it. So I agree, by the way. It's not even invalid for Scott to question his motives if he thinks he has a good reason as to why. But let's face it, like, he hasn't actually given any rebuttal as far as I can tell the actual point, except he's just said what's actually enlightening info, by the way, which is that none of the players, according to Scoots' information, was forced to sign or go to the events.
Yeah, and it's the usual now, right? Because this is a drama that actually, like, it doesn't really affect the community at all, by the way. Like, in zero there's zero impact on the community. Like if Scott and fucking Matt don't get on,
exactly,
or what Matt's motivations are for telling the truth, or why Scott feels the need to point out that maybe Matt's motivations there's more with them meets the eye, right? None of that has any impact on the community at all, and yet of course, like the Reddit comments are raining in. I'll just try and explain this to you, right? To all the morons on Reddit. You can't cancel Scoots. So I don't know why you're posting your little comments about, like, lost a lot of respect for Scott on this one. Scoots is acting like a child. I kind of expected better from him. All of these, right? He's got fuck you money. He's done it all. Like, he only takes jobs as and when he wants and as and when he's asked. He came from a sphere of business where he makes even more money than anything he ever did in esports anyway.
And by the way, he needs to do a lot worse than just call someone a daft cunt.
Yeah, I know.
Decide this guy's legacy is tarnished. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. Like the same guy who I've just waxed lyrical about as having given us the first ever fully functioning players association across the whole of esports, and now we're going to cancel him because he called Sadikist a daft cunt. By the way, also a guy that everybody was saying we had to cancel a year ago. We got to cancel a guy for insulting a guy who we also said should be cancelled. Like, fuck all of you cunts. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, your fucking sad little lives. Your sad, pathetic fucking lives. Do any of you do anything? Do any of you, like, actually do anything? Or do you just sit around, like, waiting for someone to say something you don't like so you and the rest of the fucking peons can get together and do the magic of social media and decide who and who isn't allowed to exist in reality? That's your life. Fuck me. Get me out.
By the way, if anyone's a fan of this show and they're thinking what we've already told you is not really the realistic way to do it, it's like, well, who am I siding with? Who's right and who's wrong? Who's good and who's bad? Bear in mind, you are a fan of a show where me and Richard have done exactly what Scoots and Sadikist did here.
I know.
To each other years and years ago. So, like,
and
that doesn't
even
make
worse.
Sense, does it? Of course.
Even worse. Me and Duncan didn't play. That was when Twitter was wild.
Of course.
As it should have been.
Anything back then.
Yeah, he could legit say anything back then and did. You know,
all I'm going to say
is this.
Thank God IRC archives extensively do not exist on the internet, by the way.
We'd all be done. We'd all be done. It would be over. The thing, like, I can't even say the things I've done on IRC. Just resurrecting the memory of it. It's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't understand why I have to explain this to these people, right? Human beings are three-dimensional, like, you know, complex, like, you know, beings, right? Like, nobody is entirely good. Nobody is entirely bad. The concepts of good and bad are entirely subjective across the whole of humanity, with all subtle shades in between. Cultures are different. Beliefs are different. The way we interact is completely different. Context changes all of those things anyway. And yet...
Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, I was just going to say, and yet... what social media and what the internet has done for us, which, by the way, when the internet first came out, and I'm old enough to remember that, I remember using Alta Vista in my fucking school, like, mind blown, you know, like, wow, look at this fucking 56k download speed, right? Like, it was meant to usher in an unprecedented level of freedom of expression, access to information, and most importantly, communication with humans all across the globe. And now what we have, right, is all it is used for is censorship. All it is used for is it's just basically just a bunch of screeching morons. He said the bad thing. He said the bad thing. Doesn't matter that thousands of other people have said the exact same thing. He's the one today that we're going to go after, that we're going to take everything away from. And it doesn't matter, like, left, right. Like, it's got nothing to do with fucking politics. It's your empty shit lives that is the problem. It's your empty shit lives. Like, I do not understand what has to be wrong with you to fill your time in this way, and yet you all fucking do it. I've probably done it. We all do it. I'll include myself, but I ain't
do
like
it as
you.
well. We all have hot takes.
What? Why? Why is social media making us be like this? And when's it gonna stop? When are you gonna just sit down and just, oh yeah, it's Scoots. It's Scoots. I don't want him banned from esports or banned off the internet.
He's having a bad day. Oh, he's pissed off.
He's done loads of good things. Yeah, you don't know what's going on in his fucking life. And again, even when people do things that on the surface are unconscionable, are we going to say that, it's like that joke, right? And people always use that joke to reinforce the point. It's the guy, that will say he's a Welsh guy and he's in a village and he goes, you remember when, that guy's fucking house burned down and I came out and I did all the roofing and fixed it. They don't call me Di the Roofer, do they? What about when fucking, Phil's fucking boat had a hole in it and he sank and we swam out there and we got it and we pulled it up to the shore and we fucking patched it up. They don't call me fucking Di the boat patcher upper, do they? But you fuck one sheep. Right, and the point is, yeah, that's how we actually do live now. You fuck one sheep, and you are always the sheep fucker forever. It doesn't matter what you do: save lives, change the world, cure cancer. You will always be the sheep fucker in our Kafkaesque fucking nightmare that we all choose to exist in. And anybody that fucking is into the idea of cancelling Scoots, cancelling Sadikist, cancelling anyone because of one thing they said in a life replete with good works. Like, I got no truck with you, man. Anyway, that rant over. We should have saved that for the other podcast. Yeah, please.
One is, I would say, in terms of this angle you said of, like, why do we pick, like, the one person? I have to say, it used to be an interesting metaphor. It is now absolutely, I believe, literal scapegoating. I've explained this before, so I'll do a very quick version. But basically, there used to be a real thing in Middle East and countries where they would have, like, a tribe would have a goat, and they would cover the goat in, like, I don't know, paint and flowers and stuff, and they'd lead it through the village like fucking Cersei Lannister going towards the Red Keep, and they'd all shout at it, and they'd all, like, express all the, like, negative emotions they had and all the problems in life and say, fuck you, goat. And then they'd drive the goat out into the desert, and it would die. And the point is, the goat didn't do anything, but the goat was a vehicle, a mechanism to cathartically, like, cleanse the psychic aura of the fucking community, whatever words you'd use. And that's what people do now. As you say, the real reason the person's like, cancel this person a piece of shit, is like they're having a bad time in their life. Their life sucks. They're frustrated at something. But you know what? They can't punch their boss in the face. They can't go and do something different that they want in politics, but they can fuck with this guy online. So that's what they're going to do to get all the negative emotions out. And sure, in this case, the guy might have done something, but it's almost never the thing in proportion to what they punish. The second thing is, when you said there about people being complex people, that's another area. I have to have this discussion so many times in esports, because since I've been in esports from fucking year dot, and I've seen it all, and I've had people who are my enemies who are now some of my friends, and I've had people who are my friends who are my fucking enemies, and I've had people everything in between. I understand that people aren't these fucking, like, two-dimensional anime characters who you decide if you like or don't at the beginning and just ride with them. Like, the point is, right, what happens is people in esports come to me, happens regularly, and they go like this: why are you friends with X? He was a shit to me. It's like, yes, but he wasn't to me. And I have not known any examples of him being a shit. Therefore, to me, he is not a shit. I understand that to you, you have a different relationship. Maybe to you, he's a different person. Maybe he shows you a different side of him. And this is what's interesting, Rich. They always try to argue with me that makes their part more valid because he did something bad. Like, all the good things were me are irrelevant because that was obviously fake and he was putting on an act, and him doing the one bad thing makes him a pure piece of shit. First of all, that sounds like a fucking teenager talking. someone who doesn't know social interaction. Secondly, that also is ridiculous because like what you're implying is the guy who to you was a piece of shit, but to me was like my friend for years and years and did all great things. So he was some god tier method actor who fooled me for years. In doing so, never even took on any of those qualities, never even sort of became that person. And at the end, because he did this one thing, he's a fuck up, is he? Like, that's such an outrageous way to look at humans, man. Come on. Instead, it's like I always say about teams. So like, I'll give you an example. In League of Legends, right, in the last North American Championship, the team that came second only lost by a very small margin in game 5. So all of their fans said, this is bullshit. You know, we should have won. But what they ignored was that exact team in the semi-final had to do the same thing in reverse. They had to come from 2-0 down and go to a game 5 and win narrowly. So what I always say to people is this, you're lost in the weeds if you're trying to decide which of those one is the real them. They're all the real them. The TSM that would have finished third is the real TSM. The TSM that would have finished first is the real TSM. The TSM that finished second is the real TSM. And there's not even much difference between them, but you can see how they are all distinct. And you have to consider all to get the full breadth of who they are, what there's a as a team. And if you do, think about it. That's why I gave the results analogy. If you take all of those into account, you'll now have a way better sense for who they are as a team. You know what their peak would have been. You know what could have gone really bad. You know where they did end up on the average. Like, you'll get a way better sense of who people are if you're willing to accept that they can do bad things and good things. And one isn't real or fake. They're all real.
Right.
Back to Scoops and Sadikist.
No. There's nothing more to talk about.
No, I want to ask you this, though. What do you actually think on that particular topic, though? The angle of, like, what is your take on whether the players do know, don't know, did know it was going to be like this? And then secondly, do you think that the CSPPA should in any way be involved in this? What do you think on
that? Right. Look, I try and be pragmatic, and I always thought it was a little bit weird how the PEA situation kind of went down. All right, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Like, when the PEA situation went the way it did, and basically it was deemed that players would have the total say in what tournaments they played in, and the community backed that, and pundits sort of talking heads backed that, and in the end, it was only the NA team owners that were kind of left like scratching their heads going, wait, shouldn't we have a massive say in this, if not the complete say? Now, I'll add that I think there should be like a discussion that happens around it where, you know, players should say, look, we want to play at these tournaments because they're prestigious and it makes us money. Remember, players get paid prize money as well as a salary. So if, for example, an organization dictates that they go to a series of tournaments that have less prize money, and they miss all the ones that have, like, say, $1 million prize pools as a result of that, you have now cut into the player's bottom line. So it's not right that it should be all about the organization. There should be some limits. There should be some parameters. But equally, the idea that players just get to pick and choose seems to me an absurdity, given that the whole point of the player-organization relationship is we send you to events, you rep our sponsors, we pay you a salary for doing that. Hopefully you win some tournaments. Got to be a middle ground. Get more right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the entire relationship breaks down if players want the complete say, because what are the orgs really getting out of it if they have no mandate to say where you go and play? So with that said, my belief is this. I think a lot of players, some players think about legacy and playing at events and wanting to win events. And we all know players don't like best of ones, right? Because here's the thing: if you win all the best of ones and you win the tournament and you get the big check and you've done it in less games, then best of ones are brilliant. If you're any other team than the winner in that scenario, it sucked because you had to play one map and you could have shown how better you were in a best of three. And actually, we have a stronger map pool. It was just the way the veto went that this one map came out. Or, you know, if you're like a fucking NA team, we clicked the wrong button, so we ended up playing a map we didn't even want to fucking play. Shout out to NRG. You know, anything can happen in a best of one, right? So it only works for the winner. And everybody agrees with that. So I believe players don't like these blast events in their current format. I don't believe they like the fact that our circuit has become this weird washed out thing where you're not playing all the top teams over and over again. You know, sometimes you're playing against, you know, giants in a best of one, and because it's a best of one, it only plays to their strengths as the underdog. And then sometimes you're playing a top team in a best of one, but not the same team, like the next one. Like, it just doesn't seem that it would benefit the top teams to attend the blast events and attend as many of them as the expectation has now been put upon them, especially with commitments to, from the same teams in a lot of cases, ECS, ESL Pro League. And, you know, you made a good point when you were around my gaff, you know, out in Vegas for a couple of days. You know, I don't think we've said this on the podcast, right? Where are all the people praising ESL at the moment for making ESL Pro Series all on LAN, which we wanted for how long? Pro League, yeah. Why?
The players? Of course, they were the ones who wanted EPL over PEA, remember? So they should be loving it, right?
Yeah, but do you remember how people were calling for it and saying that was why E-League was good, and then ESL did it, and there was a big announcement, everyone was in it. There's been nothing else since. And I think ESL are in that fucking sweet spot right now where they are enjoying... It's almost like, because it's esports, if no one's calling you a cunt, you know you are Jesus. Because they're not getting criticized for anything right now. The Blast's getting it in the neck, you know, but they're not getting any positive praise either. But where are all the tweets about how good this shit is? How you get to play your games in LAN. You go out and you play your one best of three and it's all took care of and stuff. But anyway, you can see how the calendar's becoming unbelievably, even now, like stretched out for certain teams. And that's why teams and players are wanting to skip out some events, because you have to have a work-life balance. You have to have a quality of life when you're not playing the game. It can't just be, hey, it's the weekend, so I'm off to an event. Because remember, you don't just play Saturday, Sunday, right? Sometimes you play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then that means you have to travel Thursday. And then you go Thursday and maybe you're jet lagged. And so sometimes they insist, well, let's go out Wednesday and give us that extra day to acclimatize. So you go all the way through to the Monday. And by the way, you have to stay there even if you get banged out on day one. Because obviously you have to, like, expect that you'll get to the final. Even if you're a dog shit team with no chance of doing it, you have to book the hotel and book the flight. So you go back on the Monday. And that gives you, like, Tuesday and then Wednesday before you're out again. So you can't be doing that. You can't be living like that. And what all the Blasters done is fucking flood an already, you know, an already convoluted calendar, an already convoluted tournament system with a bunch of inferior tournaments. And then the orgs have come in and made the players sign contracts to say you will go to those inferior tournaments, sometimes at the expense of better tournaments, closer tournaments, more prestigious tournaments, tournaments with more prize money. It's madness. I totally believe players have said, actually, if it was down to us, we would rather not go. 100%. Makes total sense.
Oh, and by the way, as a quick side note, I will point out, everyone who wants to go with the argument of like, but Blast technically had the same prize money or more than some of those other events for first place, right? That doesn't work with WSG, does it? Do any of you say that about WSG? Of course you don't. Yep. Did you ever say that in the past when some Chinese tournaments had 50K for first place and we were having tournaments in Europe that didn't? No, you didn't, of course. So that doesn't work as an argument, I'm afraid. That's a side point I will hear people bring up quite often.
Yeah. So I don't know, dude. I mean, you know, it kind of feels like
the whole thing's a clusterfuck in it. There's no right or wrong on all this shit. Come on.
Let's just be real. 2019 for CS:GO, this has been the most harmful year it is faced. Like in terms of how we're watering down our product, how we're fucking up our calendar, how we're wrecking our legacy, how we're letting bad faith actors come into the space and control it. This has been a shitty year for CSGO at a time when everything's in place for it to just keep being sick, amazing, go to the next level. And we need to be
including
careful.
with Refresh and Blast if they'd have done things differently. They could have obviously been. In fact, if, as we've said, if they update the format next year and they don't do this stuff, they could be the best tournament organizer. It's there for them.
Yeah, and we need to be super careful because, first of all, the Blast are planning to expand for next year. But let me also tell you, if you're watching all the moves Epic Games are making, you have to understand that like esports, as much as it's had this explosive growth, there are casual viewers that are with us in CSGO now that will not be with us next year. And the question always becomes, how do we generate new ones? And how do you do it with an older game and a game that isn't Vogue and a game that's hard? And Dota's been through all of this. And, you know, the TI is pretty, and as a result of it, the Dota Pro circuit is pretty much what props that up. And even then, viewership's not amazing. Every team owner I've interviewed has basically said, like, to get into Dota, we would only want to do it with a team that was guaranteed to go to TI. And you can't guarantee that. So, you know, so we've got real problems ahead of us if we don't sort it the fuck out, because Epic Games bought Rocket League. They're hiring people from Blizzard. You make of that what you will about whether or not this is competency they're hiring or whether actual, like, Nate Nance is just a fucking grifter. You know, you decide. But he, you know, they're hiring esports experts now, alleged esports experts, to come in and run their esports products. And they've got more fucking money than God. They're literally just being bankrolled by fucking China, it seems. It's insane. So if you're a casual viewer of CSGO and you're like, fucking hell, this Blast tournament's a bit hard to follow. It's fucking 3 games at once, best of ones. Fuck, I missed that. I can't see all the teams I like. And then, well, at least we've got ESL 1 Cologne next week. Oh, wait, no, 5 top teams aren't attending that because they've got commitments to the Blast for the week after. People might start getting fucking bored. People might start not knowing how to follow the circuit. They might feel like it's devalued, and they might start moving to other games. You know, there's a genuine threat to the health of CS in place right now, and everyone needs to get their fucking shit together again. I have to say it, like, I don't get why everybody has to come in and go, oh, is that a pie there? Well, I'll be having that fucking pie then. Like, can't you just take a knife, chop off a slice? Delicious. It's like going to a fucking buffet and just picking the whole fucking tray out in front of everyone. Saying, yeah, no fucking egg foo young for you, motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? I'm having it all. You can't even eat it all, you cunts. I'm going to have a try, though. Fuck you. No, it's ridiculous. Every time with CS, motherfuckers trying to carve it up. The great thing about CS is its openness. That anybody can run a tournament. Valve allow that. They will stop that eventually if you all keep fucking up the game. And trust me, if Valve ever put their foot down, there's no turning back on that. You do not want that to happen. Right, let's talk about a tournament. DreamHack Dallas just happened. Thought Liquid were going to choke again. I was getting all my material fucking ready. But turns out, I want to say as well, easily the best DreamHack tournament that there's been in a while. Just in terms of quality of the games.
Some amazing storylines as well. Great runs through the tournament. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. You know, a little bit, I mean, like, so what we'll do is we'll pick out some of those storylines. I never do this, Doug, I'll let you pick one. Give me a storyline that excited you.
I have to say, one of the things I liked about this tournament is, and everyone knows that I'm obviously a big fan of this format because I pushed for large-scale formats like this from the likes of ESL, having more best of threes, and I always wanted a double elim component. Well, I have to say, these double elim brackets in the groups where you get to run through the lower bracket still, and as you saw in this tournament, sometimes people make it to the playoffs from there, obviously. I think that's awesome because I'm getting the same feeling I get from all those sick Dota 2 tournaments that have similar formats that I've always loved. Yeah. But we never had that in Counter-Strike. Once you're out, you're out, and that's just it. So normally the storylines, except for the people who go to the finals, then super quick. Whereas one of the things that storylines, for example, I'll go ahead and say that was a brilliant one here, was Furia Esports, making it all the way to top 4. And to do so, had to win best of threes over fucking Fnatic, Vitality. Like, this is legit stuff.
Well, I mean, okay, so when we did the No Majors Club, I can't remember if you were on. But we had like Davey and I think Tarek.
I don't think I was on that one. I don't think I was on with Tarek.
And like Davey was like, I'm telling you, like Furia, like they're gonna be like the surprise team here and stuff. And everyone's like in scrims, these guys absolutely kill it. They play like a wild style like that no one else does, and you know, they're very hard to stop. And you know, obviously you've got fucking K Serato, and I've been saying it. I think at the big events, it's that Yuri fucking kid who turns up and gets it done more often than not. Like I think online K Serato and LAN K Serato, there's still a little bit of disparity between the two beings, but Yuri is fucking straight fire the entire fucking time. And this was the event, wasn't it? Where they like literally stood up and basically lived up to some of that promise that we'd seen at other events like the Major and, you know, some of their online showings. Yeah, like legit wins. The thing for me is this is what MIBR have got to be looking at now.
Of course.
Because MIBR are not even the best team in Brazil anymore. I'm telling you. I think if you put the Furia kids up against the old guard, I think probably 7 times out of 10, maybe even 8, I think they batter them. I'd
like to see that match for sure.
Oh, dude. Well, because they did play a qualifier, I think, where Furia beat them, right? I mean, somebody can fucking go and pull that up, Jamie. Somebody can get that. But I'm pretty sure Furia fucking did beat them in some sort of qualifier or something recently, or some tournament. I don't know. But anyway, like I think right now, like I'd almost be like, well, the thing we were saying 3 months ago was MIBR should try out some of these kids. MIBR should try and get a Yuri, get a K Serato, bed them in, put them alongside Fallen. Right now, for me, I think you just put. Well, I don't even know if you want to fuck with anything. I think if you just want to call yourself Made in Brazil and have a Brazilian team, maybe you just try and get the whole team of Furia. It's a lot more exciting. I mean, obviously, you probably want to do something with Fallen somewhere along the line. But MIBR are a fucking mess right now. And not to mention as well, another team that incidentally has slipped into that fucking weird limbo of just not being at like events. The ones where you think they're going to go to and have a potential, like,
sure,
you know, they're either never there, or the ones that they do well at, there's always like the asterisk of, well, they didn't play anyone actually decent and they lost to the one team they did. It's kind of fucked up, man, you know?
Oh, I'll say on this topic, though, one thing I do feel for the MIBR guys is that, as everyone knows, ever since the Immortals drama, because remember, when Immortals were trying to replace KNG and then the Twins, they went out there into the Brazilian scene, tried to do this. They tried to get perhaps a K Serato type player, people from obviously Team One, even they were going to, which people only even knew from WESG. And obviously at the time we heard all these ridiculous amounts that were being asked for with the buyouts. And then I was even told, I forget where this was, that there's some sort of a weird rule in Brazil because of the football clubs that, you know, you have to charge, like you put a higher buyout in for exactly that reason. Because obviously in football, European clubs come and pillage all the best talent from the Brazilian league very early on. But I'll say this, in light of that business interests have gotten in the way of making roster moves. That's the one area I do actually feel for the MIBR guys. Because you know what? I've always told everyone this. You know what? I agree with you. Fallen is a fucking two-faced individual. Now, he's actually more than that. He's like that fucking god out of fucking Game of Thrones, isn't he? Like, he can just have as many faces as he wants. But one of the faces that he hides, but I actually fucking love, I really respect it, is the guy who is a ruthless winner, who will literally cut anyone. Dude, I'm not even joking. I actually do believe, I genuinely believe this, that if coldzera dropped off, Fallen would cut coldzera. And he'd cut him timely as well. Like, he'd cut him like 6 months after he went off. Well, he wouldn't wait like 2 years like an NIP would or Fnatic or whatever. They wouldn't sign him to a new fucking deal. This guy, if he had like full control, there were no buyouts, I actually do believe he would have already stripped this team out and it'd be like only half the team would be remaining. Maybe less. There'd probably be no Taco coming back. There'd be no Phelps. It might even be a brand new team. Maybe he'd be leading a team with Luminosity and Furia players and a Team One guy. So I will say, this isn't the old school of Counter-Strike. You know, you can't do those things as easily then, which to be fair, I mean, the top teams should understand that they were getting away with something when they could do that for a lot of years. They had a lot of power that was kind of not really justified. It was just because they were the ones who had money. So I can see both sides of it, but that is one of the things that's rough for MIBR, because they don't even, as far as I can tell, have the option to now go and get these Furia players. Now they're actually sitting back going, what the fuck do we do?
Well, I mean, look, so online in ECS, they've had some good results. I think they beat like Liquid twice in 2 best of 3s. You know, they beat like Renegades. Like, but the reality is, like, I don't trust them to beat a big team at LAN, because if you go and like, you got to go back to IEM Sydney, but they got their fucking clocks cleaned by Team Liquid. They lost to fucking NRG. You know, like, I think, I think right now, you put these two teams on LAN against each other, I think Fury will come out on top more often than not. And I think there's a little bit of stagnation going on with MIBR. You know, we've talked about it on the podcast a lot. Anyway, we shouldn't be fucking dwelling on MIBR because we're talking about fucking Furia. I think right now, for me, I think although they're a long way off on the HLTV rankings, I think if you're a Brazil fan and you want to get behind an exciting team that's going to rep your country right and play a style that you ain't seen before, they're only 19th in the HLTV rankings right now. They keep playing like this and keep going to tournaments, they're going to shoot up. And I hope they got the financial capability to go to these tournaments. And if not, I hope they start getting a few like wild card invites and stuff like this.
I hope they can keep the team together as well. Like, this isn't one of those teams where one guy's just popping off. As you said, the actual names who are the big names sometimes aren't even the ones that carry. Like, I've seen Keserato have some dog shit big series. Meanwhile, at times he looks like the best player in Brazil. Like, it's actually amazing. And partly, like I said, because of the contract things, we're now getting like entire teams of talent move in Brazil. And that's what I've wanted to see for so long. Because remember, the old joke was, SK Gaming was amazing, but then Immortals was just SK Rejects, wasn't it? It was just recycling the talent. So it's cool to have a whole bunch of new players come to the top.
But also as well, there's a little bit of it's kind of reminiscent of, you know, what happened with the original Brazilians when they started breaking out. Because I'm trying to, who was it they brought in? Like, who was the guy? Because they made a roster change. Like, this team's been together since 2018, but is it Abel J is the new guy they brought in? I can't remember, but anyway, I think it might have been Abel J. I don't know. Anyway, they made a roster change, and it just it's just clicked. It like literally.
Yes, Abel J came in October of last year, and everyone else was in the team since at least February last year. Yeah,
that's correct. Yes. So like they had it like good bones, but if you go watch Furia at that time, you know, and that was when I was staying up late at night watching loads of fucking like, you know, stupid like South American games or fucking, you know, tier 2 NA games. That Furia team wasn't all that, and a lot of it was the same players. And the only thing people were really talking about was, that Keserato kid is lights out. No, nobody really gave that team a lot of credit. And to be fair, the results were patchy. They were up and down. But then they brought Abel J in, and like, it's just one of those things where it's just like the five have just clicked. And it was like that, if you remember, when we had a good Brazilian team, but that was the one that had I can't remember the names now of the guys that they cut. Was it like ZCK or something? Anyway, the one's Fallen cut famously to bring in like Cold Zero and somebody else. And again, it just propelled them to the fucking next level. It just was the right blend of players. So this is a team of like up and comers that have now been together for a while, that are finding their groove. They got seemingly a very competent in-game leader in the form of Art, because they're actually playing, like you say, they're playing their own style tactically. They're doing things. You know, you've seen highlight clips on the front page of fucking Reddit of them doing these like crazy smokes, you know, crazy boosts and shit on Vertigo. They're a fucking exciting and legit team. Now, the problem always comes, of course, people are going to start prepping for them now, you know, because they're the new kids on the block. So this is where you got to kick it up a gear again. But I think just in terms of raw skill, I think they're going to be able to hang with the big boys for a while. Like, no hyperbole. I think if they keep on the trajectory they're on, I think they can hit 10th in the HLTV rankings. Remember, it's a very weak top 10. Even now, it's a weak top 10. I think they can get into 10th by you know, the end of the year. So I'll put that bold prediction out.
And remember, that's actually an area where it plays into the advantage of teams like this, that some of the big teams do skip the events. I mean, you get to have a higher placing, you get more points. Exactly. Fly up the rankings. Yeah, the other thing I'd say as well is this. I don't want to like hit on the MIBR guys too much. It's good to contrast, obviously, because they're a team with all the resources in the universe. But this actually even reminds me of the rise of what was eventually the core of SK MIBR Luminosity, because obviously people forget this nowadays because of all the bullshit that's happened since and some of the things that have happened where they've been very, very wealthy and sometimes even have abused that fact. People forget these were the fucking people's champ. Everyone loved this team when it was on the rise, when it was Luminosity, etc., because they were this team from nowhere who came, started grinding. They were living in a house in LA, 3 people in a fucking bed, like literally. Like how you would start a fucking
the
movie.
Macalela special.
No, not bad. How you would start the fucking movie of someone with like an inspirational career story, you know. And the problem is, I don't want to like crowbar the narrative too much, but it's interesting that you have this team of what should on paper be an amazing squad, getting paid one of the best salaries in the world, all the resources, all the invites. They're underwhelming us at the moment. Meanwhile, you have this team, again, none of those resources, who's doing the same thing. They're climbing up the ladder. They're coming with innovative things. But obviously, by the way, when you see innovation like that more than just once, that is the result of hours grinding in servers, literally just sitting there looking for a smoke. And by the way, that's what's brilliant about underdog teams. You know how much of value you can get out of one smoke no one else has, one flashbang that no one knows is going to catch a guy in the eyes and you get in the sight like that. That's why Luminosity came up. That's why people used to revere Fallen before they won a fucking major. Way before that, we used to even call him the best in-game leader in the world a few months before he won the fucking major. Like that's what's interesting for me. I want to watch these guys. I actually kind of hope that they keep this 5 for a while. Like, there isn't a big roster move because even though greedily, it might make MIBR better. I want to see what this team can accomplish. What can they do if they get a solid 6 months under their belt and Art gets to go to all these tournaments, play all the top teams, know what their map pools are. So it could be very exciting.
I totally agree. And by the way, if you want to see the difference between where MIBR are at now, right, go watch an old video of that core playing and how fucking hyped they were and how they would be fucking head in their hands if someone made a bad play, in tears when they lost, ecstatic when they won, you know, in people's fucking faces. And it was famously that meme, you know, Brazil passion, Brazil passion. Well, MIBR ain't like that anymore. They look fucking jaded. You know, you got fucking Cold Zero, like, oh, fuck, if FaZe can just beat all these lawsuits and get some money, I'd love to go play with that Nico guy. Him and Fallen not getting along. Some people just look fucking played out, right? Now, go watch a video of Furia, and you can mock them for it if you want, but man, like, it is passion. Like, you know, that it reminds me of that fucking hunger that MIBR don't have anymore. You know, that those guys haven't had for a long time. And that's why I think they're exciting. Because like you say, they're grinding the hours. They want it so fucking bad. It's nice to see teams like that get what they're due. And again, remember, they got knocked out of this tournament by fucking Liquid, who just won it. You know what I mean? And they're now the #1 team in the world. That's no mean feat at all. And you know, it wasn't one-sided either. Well, the second map was Overpass. Liquid are pretty good on that, but Nuke was fucking close.
Team Liquid's a fucking amazingly skilled team. If they want to blow people out, if you're some no-name team and you play them, they'll just dust you the fuck off. Like the idea you even got close against a team like that on a stage you've never been on in your life, that's legit.
Absolutely. So I'll pick a storyline now. Maybe this is the format we should do moving forward.
All right.
G2. Yeah, it only took us 150 shows or whatever the fuck it's been to figure out what format it was. No, it's not the comeuppance, mate. I'm going to say some shit that probably is going to fucking straight surprise you, right? Because they were fucking diabolical in DreamHack Tour. They were diabolical. There was no fucking redeeming quality. Like, none at all. But let me tell you, I watched G2 at this event, and I don't think they had, like, an amazing fucking run.
A lot of close wins, you'll know. There's a lot of close wins, you know.
But do you know what? The G2 guys couldn't do fucking close wins.
Agreed, yes.
They couldn't, famously, they couldn't do close wins. But then in DreamHack Tour, remember, they were shit in the bed with big fucking leads. You know, lost to the French Frogs and all this stuff. Exactly. Yeah, against bad teams, exactly. They had problems. They had mentality problems. Now, I've said for a long time, I said it to you again when we were out having a drink. I'll say it to anybody. That Malik guy is the fucking most unsung hero, because even Kassad gets his props, right? But remember, Malik famously had to be the understudy to who? Happy. And I used to watch that motherfucker at events, right? Because I've known Malik going back to like early doors, you know, like when CSGO was fucking first getting formed and CSS and all that stuff. He's a cool dude, but he used to come in. I used to watch him, and he'd have a fucking notepad, notes, drawings. You know, it was like the fucking books out of 7, except about Counter-Strike, right? And he would give them a Happy, and Happy would just, you know, he's got. I've got my own shit to do. I've got my own ideas.
I'll read it later. Maybe I'll read it later.
Yeah, I'll check that out later.
Yeah, later.
Yeah. So Malik was a super hard-working coach who just had an in-game leader who was just basically all about doing it his way. And he played understudy for that for ages. And I don't know if Shox has finally, like, said, you know what, right, like, I'm going to give myself over to the system. Because we talked about it. I think Ocelot's told him. Told him.
This is your last chance, basically.
Yeah, this is your last chance to be in G2. And remember, G2 is a fucking big org.
Yes.
G2's got champions in League of Legends. They've got fucking unbelievable tenure and players in their Rocket League team. They have money and also as well, Ocelot himself as a fucking figurehead for any org is a fucking win. Because how can you not like that guy? And how can you know, when he's trying to bring trash talk back to the table, even from an owner, you know, like he's just a cool dude, right? So I think he's told Kenny and Shox, like, listen, your reputations don't count for shit anymore. It's the system. I'm bringing in an in-game leader in the form of Amanek, and you've got a coach. And, dude, whatever happened after DreamHack Tour compared to this event, whether they thought maybe they could just breeze through DreamHack Tour and they didn't try quite so hard, they prepped for this one. It really, you could see the difference. Now, I've still got question marks about whether or not the team has enough firepower because all the rounds they were losing was coming down to basically their ability to outgun the other team. But they had a close series with ENCE, right? They had a real close series with ENCE. Meow indeed. They had a fucking close series with NRG. They had a close series that they won against Renegades. And that FaZe game, the Dust 2, was one of the maps of the fucking whole tournament, the 25-23 to FaZe.
These are some of the best teams, remember? These are like top-ranked, top 10 teams, etc.
Yeah. Now, I've still got question marks about Lucky and Jax, right? Because the thing that also was happening at this tournament, as well as there was that clear structure going on, they looked good. Kenny S and Shox were back. They teed off finally at the same time. I mean, they had some really good performances, some really good statistics overall. Kenny was back to making like aggressive window peaks in Inferno and just dropping fucking bodies left and right. They looked good. They were enjoyable to watch, even with the novices in tow. Now, I'm putting them on notice. I think this was a good event for them. Next event. That's the one about whether or not this was a fluke and aberration or whether they're headed in the right direction. And I also understand, I know that we're very reactionary in what we do. That's the nature of punditry. Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith and all that shit, right? Because we did say like 2 episodes ago, they should just cut these cunts. It's a waste of time. And now they've finally done something. But that's down to the prep. It's down to having an in-game leader. It's down to having a coach. And it's down to Shox and Kenny S finally getting their shit together and playing like they used to a few years ago.
No, absolutely. I mean, yeah, first of all, obviously, if you're a fan of the French scene at all, regardless of what you think of the G2 lineup, you want to see Kenny S and Shox do some cool shit. Like, these are guys who you still see it from the flashes. They're clearly still capable of it. I don't know why they haven't hit that form again yet, but this is positive signs. I think we started to see last few months. Amanek actually done better than I expected him to in this team.
Yeah.
Picked it up the last few events. Like you say, the others are kind of role players, but generally they do an okay job. I still agree that I don't think this team's going, for example, where G2 think it is. Like they hope this team can go to the top and can win the major. I mean, Ocelot even said they will win the Berlin major, the Starladder major. I don't think that's happening. So I'll go ahead and say, if it does, hilarious. I'll be in a meme video. If it doesn't, great. That's exactly what I fucking thought. So the problem I have in this one is, I agree. Respectable performance, some big wins over top teams, much improved over some of the last events. The problem I had is what I said there, is that some of these are close games, though, you know, like these can swing either way. So they could have won the game against us. They also could have lost all these other series in pretty much. So the problem with that is when you win by that kind of a margin and people are having better performances, you got to wait and see. You got to see a few more of those. The difference is if you contrast them with the Vitality team, Vitality's straight 2-0 in people. Like they're looking dominant in their wins. So I think G2 was much better than where they were, but for me, like they're a team that's also like, the realistic expectation for them is be like the 9th best team in the world or something. They don't at the moment look like a potential event winner, champion. That seems too far for me.
Well, do you want to segue into Vitality?
Yeah, let's do the Vitality one, because I think that's actually a much better storyline, because they have the tournaments behind them now, don't they? They have a few tournaments where they've gone. And by the way, I'll just go ahead and say
won the Summit, of course, as well.
Of course, yeah, including, by the way, beating teams like Team Liquid and Ents. Like, there's no joke. They've been beating top teams. And like I say, when they win games, they're 2-0 people and spanking them. And probably the most impressive thing about the Vitality team now is, ZywOo still does all the same shit, but he was doing that before and they just couldn't win those games. Now they have, first of all, good T sides. And then secondly, the map pool for Vitality now is so much better. It went from literally being like, 2.5 maps to being like 4 or 5 maps now. This is a very, very legit team. One thing I will say on those grounds is, though, so one of the reasons you might remember a few months back at Star Series that the guys from Vitality were a bit upset with me, and NBK wasn't happy with me for calling them out and saying that these teams were a waste of time, etc. Now, I pointed out the reason Vitality was a waste of time to me is, first of all, they weren't a good team. Secondly, they used to get hard carried by ZywOo, the most newest player of their team. And then thirdly, the players underperforming were motherfucking legends in the scene. So, like, the idea that that's acceptable, it isn't. Well, the whole point is that isn't the Vitality that just succeeded now. That's not even the same setup. Like NBK, I'll go ahead and say one of the reasons he called me out, by the way, is because he's sick of me calling him out as an in-game leader, because I've been doing it for like 3 years or more. Every time he takes a chance at being an in-game leader, I tell everyone, A, he will not stick with it. B, he will not be a top in-game leader. And C, he has never shown any capacity that would suggest he would be a top in-game leader. There's not. So, and by the way, all 3 of those still remain, because what he's done is he's given up some of the in-game leading aspects to Alex, this newer guy coming in from the French scene. And he's part of the reason why they've turned it around. Now, listen, I've no doubt NBK is probably still integral to what they do. I'd imagine as a secondary caller, he's probably very good. I'd imagine he's probably the guy who still has the overall plan and works with Malek, is the captain, is the spiritual leader. But let's be real, mate. I told you it was going to go this way. It did. I'll give you fair play. At least you didn't wait like G2 and make the org force you to change it. You actually seemingly did it yourself and came to the conclusions. I'm glad. Like, that's something I wanted the whole time. You think I wanted a team with Apex to fail in it? Why would I? I think the guy's fucking brilliant. I think I want ZywOo, this young talent, to be trapped in a team that can't perform. Of course not. I want a team like Vitality to be good. Of course, it's going to be fucking great Counter-Strike. And now we're getting some great Counter-Strike. Because that's the thing, like I say, they're not just creeping through games. They're sometimes straight sweeping top teams and going head-to-head in all regards. Map pool, like actually having a good fucking T-side, having star players. Now they're starting to look like a really exciting team who, quite frankly, the trajectory they're on, they're headed to the top 5. They keep going at this, they're going to be a top 5 team.
Yeah, and again, we talked for a while about, like, how the French scene was sort of stagnating and how basically what it had fallen into that trap like a lot of scenes do. NA was in this trap. UK fucking died because of this. Just recycling the same players, across 2 lineups back and forth. Like, you have a pool of 10 and you just fucking shuffle it and make 2 teams out of it, right? And that was what was going on with France for a long time. No new talent was coming through. No new people were getting tried out. Those that weren't given enough time. And maybe even if given enough time, maybe they just weren't going to be that good because they didn't have all the experience that, the incredible French scene that came out of Counter-Strike Source had. So now, finally, what Vitality have really done is, first of all, unearthed a bona fide gem in ZywOo, no doubt about it. Bringing in this Alex guy, like you say, to do the calling on the T sides and all that stuff, and finding a blend. Now, I was like you. I was like, Vitality is basically Team ZywOo. But that definitely isn't true, and they definitely showed it at this event. Now, while he's still an absolute huge part of what he does.
There was one series here where Apex went bonkers old school stuff.
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah. And, look, if you criticize Team Vitality for just being Team ZywOo, then you call Na'Vi Team Simple. Obviously that's to a much greater extent, right? But,
exactly.
there are, but what does that say about Electronic? And what does that say about, Flamey, Forget the other two.
I'm trying to.
I know, please.
One of them's gone anyway, to be fair. We haven't.
I know, yeah. Oh, we're coming to that. We're coming to that. So yeah, I thought Vitality had a great tournament.
Man, props to them.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially because now they've had these couple of tournaments in a row. It's legit.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, winning the summit as well, in addition to that. So good showing at DreamHack, winning the summit, like you say, a team in the rise and could easily hit that top 5. So the other storyline I'd pick out, and again, I'll pick up the pace on these so we can get into the whole Edward leaving thing. For me, I think we have to talk about FaZe. First big event out with Neo. A lot of question marks asked about when he came in the team and where it would lead. Like they finish 3rd and 4th here. Now, look, I think overall, I'm not
bit of an easier run, isn't it?
Yeah, they had
who they actually beat. You know,
they had an easier run, sure. And what you have to remember is that in a lot of the maps that they won, again, it was like super close. You know, they had a lot of overtimes and stuff. But the difference isn't even in how they were playing, right? Like you just watched how they were handling themselves in terms of how like the overall mood, the way things were, the way communications were working. Man, it was just fucking good to see a calm, collected Neo sat in the center chair, listening to information from Yanko, relaying the information calmly and coolly to everyone else, and then everyone else going and doing the thing without somebody having his fucking eyes rolled up in his head, shouting at everyone, raging, pointing, fist pumping. Like, it was just nice to see what looked like a functional team for the first time in a while with FaZe. And I don't think Neo played particularly well. I mean, he didn't. Objectively true.
Sure.
There was some rounds he lost, especially in that Liquid game where his reaction time was embarrassingly slow and you know, was akin to something you would see on a stream with me, you, and Anders, honestly. You know, he's hitting that wall. But he has got the players around him that shouldn't matter. And I don't rate him as a great in-game leader either. But he does have a very particular way about communicating, and he does command respect. I mean, I'd have fucking really had an issue like with Nico if of all the people you were gonna fucking tee off on. It wouldn't matter if Neo like went fucking 0 and fucking 20 every game. Like, I can't imagine Nico ever fucking giving lip to Neo. Like, I can't imagine that. So I think this is the difference. Now, I saw an interview with Yanko, and he said, oh, yeah, we needed another voice to be brought into the system. In other words, any other voice other than Nico's. And supposedly Yanko in the background going, I've got an idea, Nico. Shut up! And that was that. But I think they looked like a functional team for the first time in ages. I think they could have been doing this with Karrigan. I think they could even be doing better with Karrigan. The only reason why they got rid of Karrigan is all the players had obviously lost faith in Karrigan. And when I say all the players, let me tell you which players. I don't think Guardian gives a fuck. I think Guardian's a very professional player. He turns up, he plays as hard as he can, always gives it his best, no matter what. And doesn't involve himself in the drama and the politics. Just wants to win. Cool. I don't think it's.
As far as I know, he actually wasn't a player of the problem. I would corroborate that based on some of the conversations I've had.
I wouldn't think Rain had too much of a problem because obviously it was under Karrigan's tenure that Rain went from being, when are we going to cut that Norwegian cunt, to holy fucking shit, he's the 3rd best player in the world or whatever it was in those HLTV rankings. And every time I've seen an interview with Rain, he was always super like, you know, complimentary about Karrigan's fucking style. So basically it was Nico and Olaf. Sounds and Nico right. And Olaf are the ones with, you know, with the star power, aren't they? And Olaf thinks he knows a thing or two about great in-game leaders. And Nico, as we know, is just an egomaniac. So those two basically dictated what happened to the team. And again, the fucking nerve of Olaf Meister to dictate that anybody would be cut from a team after how many
for keeping hold of this for 6 months, guys. By the way, you're out.
Yeah. Thanks, Carrigan, for agreeing to work with a stand-in every other tournament. Now, are you familiar with this fucking knife I got right here? And it's right in your back, you bastard. Metaphorical knife in the back. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, I'm glad that people are finally starting to put their fucking egos aside. Right? It's what FaZe needed to do for a while. And if it took fucking Neo, you know, to coming into the team, a player who is, even when he's terrible, is above reproach in the eyes of these guys. If that's what it took to get these motherfuckers in line, then fine, brilliant. But I think it's a really damning indictment that they've gone and done this well at this tournament with Neo, who is like dead weight on the server in a lot of ways in the top tier games, when I think they could have been doing this for Carrigan, like no problem.
This reminds me of when in football, soccer, you have a team that used to be a winning team and they have a really bad, like half a season. They fire the manager, who's, you know, championship manager, and they bring in a new person. And the team has an immediate turnaround. You know, they go, I mean, Manchester United fans might know about this. You win a couple of games, start look good. And what you do is you overreact, don't you? And you go, oh, it was the manager the whole time. The new manager's the truth. And that's why I gave that example, because for all we know, this ends up crashing and burning. The first event, I agree. Look, like I said, they didn't beat that many top teams. Not like this got some mega scalps. No. They kind of got the easier path as far as I can tell. But fair play, still won some games. Crucially to me, like I thought the big turning point that looked very different from the old phase is just look at them on Nuke. This was not a fucking Nuke team before. They were looking pretty solid on it at this tournament. Like the teams they were playing, that was impressive. So that alone looked like something changed within the culture. And as you say, it's not even about if Neo's going to frag. I mean, he's not. I've seen his CSGO career. It just didn't going to happen. He might have the odd tournament, the odd game that's half decent. He can be dreadful individually, but the key thing is if they actually do listen to him and he is going to be the true leader, then that can be very effective in this phase clan. Because look at the other talent they have in the squad. Like when you have names like that, you don't have to get too much fragging out in Neo. You just mainly have to get that leadership and bring everyone else in line. So yeah, I'm kind of like tentatively looking to the next event for phase. And if they can do something big and say the next 1 or 2 events, I'll start to believe. I'll start to think this is a different phase, because the sad thing about the phase basically ever since Carrigan got deposed was actually, that's what tilted me the most. I just sat through the period where they had stand-ins going, God, imagine when Olaf gets back. And then they immediately bench Carrigan. It's like, well, when am I ever going to get to see the real phase? Like, I want to see, like, Nico with a real game leader. I want to see Olaf Meister at the end of his career in a proper team, not in a fucking team that's just a free-for-all and playing like it's an FPL game. So they're very much more happy to see a little bit of structure, some solid results. But, you know, I'm not going to go too crazy on this one.
Right.
Let me pick a team then.
Oh, go on then.
We'll go on.
I was going to say one of the finalists to move.
Oh yeah, why don't we just do Team Liquid and Ents then?
Yeah, let's just do them.
Yeah.
So, well, give me your thoughts on Ents. We'll do them next. I mean, like,
sure.
The way things are going to work, I think they're going to go up to second in the HLTV rankings. I think that's where they belong. For me, I honestly, hands down, do believe I think they're the second best team in the world right now.
At this point, I think, like I said,
if we agree,
yeah, you have to say that.
Yeah. Now.
By the way, if they'd have won this event, I think they would have been not on HLTV, but for me, they would have been number one. Like I say, Astralis has not played the games. Like it's not like they went to those tournaments and finished 4th. They just didn't play at all. So they aren't even in the conversation. For me, it was Team Liquid or Ents, and Ents came second. So fair enough. Second best team sounds fine to me at the moment.
Now, obviously, we do remember the major final that Ents were in, where they got pretty demolished by an Astralis, but that was an Astralis that was in good form. That was like right now, I'd be very interested to see like a best of 3 between Astralis and Ents. Absolutely.
Of course.
I do not think it would be as one-sided as it was at the major. Now that Ents have been getting all this table time, and let's be real with Ents, consistently placing well at events. And now they're at a stage where they're saying they're disappointed with like how they did it, for example, the Summit just recently, like because they only made it to the fucking semis and lost to Vitality. Since since the major, they got a third at Sao Paulo. They won the Blast Pro Series Madrid. They got a semi-final spot at the CS Summit. And they just made it to the final of the DreamHack Masters Dallas. And, like, it should have been over. I mean, like, it should have been a 2-0. They battle back. They win a fucking overtime. This is the other thing with Ents. You can't put these motherfuckers to bed.
No, exactly.
Like, they do not know when they are beat. It is ridiculous. If you want to talk about the most resilient team in Counter-Strike right now, the team that just will not go away, it's Ents. Because we've all been there. We've all been there, like, where you have a 16-8, and then, you know, you're down heavily on that second map. And there are some teams who are just like, well, it just wasn't meant to be, was it? And they're just not that mentally they're not at 100%. We all know what teams we're talking about. We've all seen the capitulation. You battle back. You win a 1917 on fucking overpass against Liquid, by the way, right? And then you get to a fucking third map, Inferno, famously that map that they beat them on at the major, right? And then they're 10-1 down on the CT half of Inferno, economy in the toilet. And out of nowhere, they just switch up some things. They start getting a bit more aggressive in apartments. They start moving stuff around. And all of a sudden, they get 5 rounds. Okay, well, it's 10-5. It's still terrible. Mad pressure on the pistol. Fucking Aerial, I think it was. Tees off. Now it's fucking 10-8. And now you're just battling back and battling back. And everyone sat in the fucking chat going, holy fucking shit, Liquid are going to choke again. Then Liquid put a bit of daylight, right? And now they're at match point, and it's like 15-11 or something, or 15-10. And everyone's like, now, well, okay, it can't happen now. They nearly fucking made it, man. They could, like, there was a couple of moments, a couple of big plays, and it could have, and like, Twists had an unbelievable series. It could have honestly gone to overtime, and if it had gone to overtime, I'd have backed Ents to win it. These motherfuckers do not, like, to lose the final map 16-13 when you were 10-1 down, just such fucking heart, such guts. And that's why, like, if they don't fuck with this lineup and they keep going to events, they will put themselves in positions to win tournaments on that alone. Because we all know Team Liquid, they're choke merchants still. Winning this one, don't put all that to bed. They still got those problems. And when if they play Astralis at a big tournament, they still got Astralis have to turn up for that to happen. But, you know, they've still got those mental problems. If they played Ents again at the next event, they still got those problems. Meanwhile, Ents are like, fuck it, man. Like, we just lost a series we should have totally been 2-0'd in to the best team in the world. We pushed them all the way, like pretty much all the rounds across 3 fucking maps. Like, I love this fucking team. I think they're great. I'm an official fucking fanboy of this team. Because remember, they shouldn't even be this good. Who the fuck are these players? Yes. Conor McGregor style. Who the fuck are you? Where the fuck did you come from?
Yeah, right? Here's the funny thing, right? Because obviously I have been trying to be the fucking sobering voice of reason on the Ents thing, where, listen, I'm never going to be gaslit by fans. I read all the comments and I read all the websites and I keep my finger on the pulse of the community. That's why my content is always relevant, whether it is explaining something the community agrees with or disagreeing with the community. And one of the things that is an absolute provable fact is that as soon as Ents made that major final, they had an unbearable contingent of fans who already wanted to be the second best in the team, who already knew they were way better than Team Liquid would ever be, who already knew that the only team that could beat them was Astralis and maybe would even beat them. Like, they were so far ahead. It's like the people I was talking about who obviously inevitably are going to say, you've changed your tune about Vitality. It's no, Vitality changed the tune, you dumb fuck. That's the point. So the point is, that Ents that made the major final was a one-off team. That was an amazing run. And the way they did it, like 2-0 in Liquid, that was ridiculous stuff. But the difference is, now they're a legit team. Now, I'd expect they could do that again. That wouldn't even be a crazy tournament bracket for them to go through and make the final play Astralis now, because now they are legit. Now we've seen them put through the meat grinder. Now we've seen it where all the teams playing them, sometimes are below them and are studying them, waiting for everything they're going to do, sniping them on certain maps. You've seen them lose overpass games out of the arse all over the place and go, what's wrong with them as a team? Because people finally were cluing in on everything that worked. And that's the key thing. They didn't just fall away like most teams do when that happens. They battled, went through it, and have now actually gotten back to the very top, if not higher overall, because that wasn't just a one run. We've had a bunch of runs now. And generally, the majority of the runs they have, like, they're a team now where to finish in the semis is now like a bad result for them. That's how good this team is now.
Like, and they're publicly saying so, you know, and
great.
And like I say, this lineup, like the way people have raised their fucking game on this team, it is insane. Like individually, like these players, like especially since the major and especially at the major, there are players on this team that have no right to be this good, and everybody puts in a shift on this team. Like everybody has their games. So
no, that's one of the reasons, by the way. I would reiterate what you just said there. Like that's the problem is, the reason I set that up is people are going to think anything I say about ENCE is critical of them, right? But my point is this, right? ENCE actually, like you said, they have no business with these 5 players being contenders for #1 in the world. And at the moment, every tournament they attend. That is incredible. And I have to say, when that happens, I'm not a believer in miracles, right? So I don't think 4 or 5 players woke up one day and went, it's weird, I'm just 20% better at Counter-Strike. No, that tells me that comes from the team component. Because when you have the team component, you are more than the sum of your parts. Like, I even think you look at this team now, okay, Sergey is maybe like borderline top 10 player in the world. Ariel, the MVP of that blast they won, he's had some fucking chill events. He hasn't even had some way he was going off that much. Alexi, he's a good in-game leader, but he's not a super high fragging in-game leader. You know, like when you actually look at the team, they still don't have like monster talents. But I tell you what, they beat teams with monster talents, and they beat teams with better players, and they beat teams with better names and better histories and better fucking salaries and everything. And that's because as a team, they are one of the best teams in the world. That is one of the things you can't fuck with. Like one of the things that's funny is, this will sound without context like I'm criticizing them, because one of the things about ENCE that means I'm not ready to say that they can be #1 just yet is they do have a lot of close games. Now, listen, they win many of them, but if they win a series against a ranked team, probably going to be 3 maps. You know, they have some weaknesses in the map pool. They have a couple of maps that unfortunately everyone plays, Dust 2, etc., that people can get wins off them on. They've even lost a few train games recently, which is a bit disappointing. So the thing is, they have a few flaws, but that's exactly actually a compliment to them, that even when they're playing top teams and it's a close game, they win. They get through those games. They come back into them. They actually are able to win so many T-sides. It's unbelievable in some of these matches they win. Like, I have a mad respect for this team. The fans annoy me like fuck, but the fans don't play in the team. I know they think they do, but they don't. They just wear the jersey of a cool player who plays in the team. So, ENCE is absolutely one of my favorite teams to watch. Like, they're one of the only teams I can think of at the moment where I just want to see anyone against them. There's not really many bad matchups. If you get the top 10 teams in the world, show me ENCE against any of them. It'll be a great game.
Exactly. I'll tell you this. Like, if there's an ENCE game on, I don't give a fuck who they're playing. Like, I will tune in to watch it right now. I think you're absolutely spot on in your assessment. I'll also add as well that insufferable contingent of fans. I'll put that down to like some sort of exuberance, because what the fuck has Finland had going on in esports for a while? And listen, they won't be as insufferable as Cloud9 fans were, or NIP fans were, or fucking, pick your poison, right? Like, they'll never be that bad. And they've
just got to acclimatize to where their team's at now, I'd say this to ENCE fans. I'd say to ENCE fans a line that like legendary coaches used to always say to teams: act like you belong there. Act like your team is actually as good as you say they are. If they're as good as you say they are, you wouldn't be screeching like a fucking cretin after like one result, would you? You'd just go, you know what? We came second. That was great. I actually think we're one of the best teams in the world. So I hope next time we win. I think actually, that be reasonable about it is the point. Oh, and by the way, I'm definitely not censoring anyone. Tweet as much shit as you want. Tweet as many hot takes as you want. That is what Twitter is for. I'm just saying I'll call you an idiot if I think what you tweet's stupid, Yeah.
So then we just have to talk about Liquid.
Yes.
And obviously this is a legit win, especially if you look at the run they had.
Of course.
Obviously
didn't lose the series.
Yeah, didn't lose the series. So this is peak form, and also as well, I mean, had that disappointment at the Summit, where I think everybody saw the Summit as their tournament.
I thought they were going to win that, especially the final.
Yeah. You get Vitality in the final, didn't do it. So I still think if you look across both tournaments being so close together, and the fact that Liquid didn't have to do a lot of traveling, and there aren't really a lot of excuses as to why they lost to Vitality and had some tough series out here, but yes, they did win them all. But they had to dig deep at points in this tournament. Honestly, there was a moment where, they could have lost the Dust 2 game against FaZe, and you know, their nuke that was pretty good. They had some dodgy moments on that. It looked like they were going to choke in this final at Ents, and as you know, this wasn't a polished, imperious Team Liquid. But what I will say is, first of all, if you can win ugly, who gives a fuck? It's all winning. And second of all, when the right, it's the old fucking banjo playing master himself. But when they played teams who were like clearly below them in the rankings and not even a discussion about who would win on their day or whatever, they fucking banged them out.
I know.
I mean,
by the way, that is a hallmark of an elite #1 world team as well. That's the point. Yeah, really good teams can take you close sometimes, but you play a bad team, you just fucking put them out the tournament. Like, you don't even deserve to be playing against me. That's what's so impressive, I have to say. Yeah.
Yeah, and they did that on, you know, multiple occasions, you know, in this run, and especially again if you take the Summit into it. I thought like this is one step potentially further to Liquid being able to wear that crown with fucking confidence and just relax, because this is the reality about this Liquid lineup. This is the most individually skilled lineup that NA has ever had. And let me tell you, mad shout out to Nitro. Do you remember when Nitro used to have bad stats, but everyone was saying, oh, he was good at IGL and no. He's a fucking unit now in this team. Like, legit, arguably the missing piece in the jigsaw. Stewie's back to doing Stewie things. Twists is fucking off the chain. Naf and Elige, like, Naf goes missing in the odd series, but when he ain't missing, he's banging your fucking head off. Because he's too fucking good. And now you got Nitro. He'll rifle, he'll AWP, he's doing the calls, he's pretty fucking solid in pistol rounds, and he's putting up numbers. Like, this team is disgusting. You couldn't have dreamed, even back in the days, of like Dazed and Steel and Swag all being on the same lineup. People are going, oh my God, like, what are they going to, like, NA's going to take over. Finally, we're going to beat the EU. You couldn't have dreamed of a team this skilled.
Yeah.
This is mental how good this is. And they're all young. And, you know, they've got a potential here to play together for a long, long time.
This core could legit play together for like 3 years. And imagine what you could accomplish with that.
Yeah. Now, what they need to do is, though, I don't know who's in charge of their fucking head work, but they do need someone to come in and, like, take those moments where people lock up. Because I'll say this about Twist. I think Twist is one of the best young players in the world. I think I don't even know where I'd put him in my top 10 exactly, but he's in there. He's in that discussion. I think he's amazing, but he's had some health problems and he's publicly talked about it. And it's like, how serious are they? You know, is this a case of like, I just ain't feeling right? Is it a serious thing? Is it like something that can be managed? Medicated? Like, we don't know about it, but he has talked about it. And it's very apparent when he's off his game and he goes missing. Because again, when he goes missing, he is fucking absent.
Yes.
It doesn't happen often, but when it fucking happens, you can't be as good as you are if you're him and go missing. Like, you can't. You give up too much. You give up way too much. And I start to wonder if there's like other periphery shit going on with him, right? Like, just, I don't know. Like, it's a lot to take in. You're young, you got fucking money. You know, you got fucking girlfriends, you got real life shit going on around you, you got some health problems thrown into the mix. You know, like, it's tough. It's fucking tough. And I think what Team Liquid need, I don't know who it is. I don't know what has to happen, but I just think they need just something. There has to be something out there. I don't want to say sports psychology is the panacea. I don't want to say that. It might be different for everybody, but there has to be some sort of expert that can come in and just help these incredible young players find that consistency of elite level performances. Because as I said, if they do that, this team can legit dominate for ages. I also think they need to play Astralis a few more times and beat them. Yeah. Get that fucking
even just psychologically
out of your system. Yeah, just so you know you can do it on the reg, and it's not like that weird fucking one-off anomaly. You know, like, just so you know you're there, just so you know you're good enough. Because you've got a great rivalry going on with Ents, which is back and forth. You know, you're banging out teams domestically. It ain't even a fucking thing anymore. because all the other teams that used to do, you like NRG and everything, have dropped off. You're so fucking far ahead of them right now. It don't mean shit anymore. But it's like, you know, you're the heir apparent right now if you're Team Liquid. It's ridiculous. And as I said, a young core. Just imagine 12 months from now, if they keep this going, keep it together, like what we might be talking about.
Well, bear in mind, if they indeed had won that final over Vitality, which they were favoured to on paper, they'd have won 3 titles in a row now. This would have been actually starting to get really exciting. I agree, though. They still do have some chalk in them. You've seen it in all these finals. Yeah. Like, they're the team that, it's weird, because on the one hand, they're amazing at front running. But every time they front run against a top team, there's like that one moment where it could all just fall apart, or they just smash you anyway. It's like that's the problem. When they do that, when they smash you as a result, they probably do that classic move of like, it's fine. You know, we'll do this next time. No problems here. But yeah, I do get the feeling that like, well, here's the interesting thing though. What's interesting for Team Liquid at the moment is obviously they were in loads of great positions to win tournaments last year, but Astralis beat them. Well, the thing is right now, first of all, good news if you're Team Liquid. Astralis doesn't look like Astralis at the moment. So actually, there's no guarantee they'd beat you anyway, although obviously they have certainly a psychological edge over you to some degree, thanks to all those great matches they had. But at the moment, the one upside if you're Team Liquid is there aren't that many teams out there, except ENCE really, that can consistently put that pressure on you to make you choke. That's why it could be very exciting if you're a Team Liquid or NA fan for the next few months is, I agree, they have to get over that. I hope as a young team, you know, these wins, etc., are part of the journey to do so. I certainly wouldn't go ahead and say they've done it already. I can tell you, as somebody who followed the Astralis core for a long time, I'd wait till you know they're not going to choke anymore. I've made a lot of stupid-ass bets that were like, it's been 2 years now, Rich. They're definitely going to win that fuck. They've wrecked me again. Like, that's happened way too many times. So I put it this way, I'm not going to be able to fully trust Team Liquid for a while. Like, I think obviously the major coming up would be a great opportunity to silence some of the doubters. And the thing for me with this squad is, it is a different squad to last year. Like, the amount of... Seriously, everyone in the team generally... within the context of their role, plays well, has big games. Obviously, their star players are ridiculous in terms of the fact they really can, like you say, NAF can just be like, not feeling it today, and then they're like, doesn't matter, we'll win anyway, at least just dropped like 30. It's like, that's ridiculous. I can't think of any other team in the world, bearing in mind we haven't seen much of Astralis, that really has like a player that can be a superstar and then also can have his day off completely the next day and they'll still win. Like, there's so few. You think of the teams like Vitality, like Na'Vi, they're like FaZe, they're carried by the same player each time. The same player must perform. That's why it's exciting if you're a Team Liquid fan, because you know that, hey, any of these guys can get it done. And then add in, look at the fucking map pool these guys have. I mean, what were they winning on this tournament? Nuke and Overpass. They like owned these maps. Those aren't even a Team Liquid maps. Like, they were a Nuke team, like maybe mid-2018. They were never an Overpass team until this year. So you've seen, I don't know how much Adren's had to do with this, but I'll give him some props. He has perhaps help this team turn around. Obviously, what ruins the narrative a bit is it's not really like they're totally different to last year because there isn't the same Astralis to overcome. So I agree. That storyline probably needs to be resolved, if not just for psychological reasons. So, you know, you got over it. It reminds me of when Fnatic had dropped off, but the teams like Na'Vi, who'd never beaten them online, it still meant something to get that win finally. Like, you wanted to finally know, right, it's over. All that bullshit. Karrigan, when he used to play against Fallen and lose every single time on Inferno, etc., until he finally broke all that stuff last year. Like, that is important for competitors because that's the thing that always allowed some of those classic teams, NIP, VP, to hang on way beyond their prime, was they still knew if I play an Astralis or something, I could maybe get to them in that sense. I could put the pressure on them. I don't have to necessarily play my best game. I just have to hit their weaknesses and make them think a little bit. So I don't necessarily think Team Liquid's over that yet, but I do think that this is another step along the way.
But remember as well, it's got to be said, we were saying the same shit about Astralis before they went fucking thermonuclear, right? You know, we were saying, you always choke in the semis, you know, device, you got to sit down or with a shrink or whatever because in particular
the parallels
it's
are really
you that goes missing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. It's like, if you can beat that fucking Hoodoo and you do whatever fucking Astralis did to get over the hump, you can fucking dominate CS for a year. You might even be the team. Imagine that. Imagine us coming out of like the Astralis era, which we're doing, and saying, well, no one's ever going to beat that. It's ridiculous. Look at all the tournaments you fucking win. And then immediately the next era that comes along just pisses all over it. And we just got Team Liquid fucking dominance and NA dominance for however long it takes. It'd be insane, but it's possible. That's where we're
at. They've got the roster for it, and you've already seen the results. As an aside, by the way, I'll throw in one thing I saw on Twitter that's always interesting. So Ave, former coach of North, legendary 1.6 in-game leader, had an interesting characterization of the team where he said that when they're playing even round situations, even man situations, rather so 2v2s, 3v3s, 4v4, he thought that they were playing really, really well. But he did point out something that actually I think is very, very apt, which is one of Liquid's biggest problems is when they are in man advantage situations, they play too abusive. Like they act as though they can't lose the round. I get it, because that's the problem with having all these players that can win the round for you, superstar players. You think to yourself, if you're the guy who's going to push the last guy in the 1v3, if I die, the other guy will get him, maybe I'll even kill him. But that is not the mentality that Astralis had last year when they dominated. When they had the advantage, they just closed that fucking game out professionally. That's what Team Liquid still has to add, because they're not a team anymore that's a scrappy underdog. They're a team that now should be dominating, like you say. When they get in position like that, you just step on the guy's throat, you end it. You don't say, it's all right, we'll fuck around. He needs to win 10 rounds. We have to win 2. No, because occasionally you're going to lose one of those games, aren't you? And that's what'll stop you being a champion.
I've got it, mate. I know how we fucking fix Team Liquid. We make them watch that scene with Prince Oberyn in the mountain over and over and over again before games. See, look, he wanted the confession. He was dancing around with his little pointy sword.
Prince Oberyn was fucking every fan of Team Liquid after that ESL New York fan. Wrecking their own eyes, isn't it?
Exactly, mate. That's what they need to just watch and be like, don't fuck around.
Now, don't peek on fucking after plans. So you're getting Oberyn.
It just thumbs in the eyes, head exploding. I always think of Anders for some reason. not happening.
What, as the mountain?
Anders doing as the mountain. I don't know.
Oh, he does look a bit
been
like
working
that,
out.
actually,
He has been working out now as well, hasn't he? I'm going to have to be careful around that Anders in case he does go for it. Goes for the
now we can call him the mountain and we're being kind.
I know, yeah. He used to call him the mounter.
She's a lucky girl.
Time's down that.
Right. No, he's got kids. You can leave that in. That's fine, isn't it?
Whatever.
Surely it's not a time stumble that Anders breeds. I think that's known, but he's uploaded proof and everything. I think that's fine. I don't even
know where the line is anymore. All right, anyway, so the final thing, what we'll end the podcast on, other than obviously the Patreon questions and everything, is it finally happened. It's over. It's over. It's actually over. Edward out of Na'Vi. There was only 2 moves that would have worked for me, Duncan. And I've said this for a while. There was definitely an argument that Flamey should have been the one to go. Definitely an argument. I totally see it.
We're being fair.
Miss. Stats haven't been brilliant. Still think his skill ceiling is a lot higher.
Also seems like a guy with, at times wavering morale. He certainly seems like one of the guys who gets a bit emotionally down.
Can't think why that would be when you literally have some fucking meathead shouting at you all the time when you're clearly a very timid person and not into that life, but whatever. Don't know why that would maybe put you off your stroke a little bit while you're trying to play.
Who can know?
Yeah, who can know? But look, they finally did the move. Now, this is what blows my mind. That Edward goes, right? Listen.
Step one, good.
Yeah. Listen, why did we have to pretend he was playing well? I saw this ESL tweet as well, by the way, where they just recycled that one they did for Blade, where it was Edward as Master Splinter and Simple and Electronic as 2 little turtles, walking off like that. That bears no resemblance to fucking reality at all. As if Edward taught Simple a fucking thing. Simple might have enjoyed watching his demos back in the day, back when he could actually hit a fucking shot and knew how to throw flashbangs and smokes and all the other shit he didn't do now. But he didn't teach Simple a goddamn fucking thing. The 2 people, well, there's only one anyway. Simple, first of all, he's an auto fucking didact. And then second of all, because he's a freak of fucking nature. And then second of all, he said he used to watch Markelov all the fucking time. That was how he learned how to fucking play his style.
Even though I realise whoever did that was just doing a meme and they were just doing it for some quick likes. Think it through, guy who did that meme. Logically, your meme was that when they were in Flipside, they were little turtles, weren't they? And then Master Splinter Blade made them turn into big turtles. Why are they little turtles again when they came in Harvey, you daft cunt? And also, what universe was Edward? Not even the in-game leader, Master Splinter.
I know.
Thematically, it's the offensive angle of not understanding how turtles grow. Ninja turtles in toxic ooze. They eat pizza and they want to fuck a human female. I get it, but I'm not a turtle. So anyway, leave all that in. It's important.
Like, if Edward, the only thing Edward has been fucking teaching those guys is like, maybe one day you will steal a paycheck for many fucking years when you can't play. 10 years from now. But I hated that. I hated, I think, was it Taco? Because it had to be. Because I think Taco hadn't like tweeted something whiny or pathetic for like a week. So his fucking, his agent fucking rocked up and was like, Taco, you're completely off fucking brand here, mate. You know, you haven't been a whiny bitch for like for a week. Like, people are actually starting to fucking like you again and say that you're not insufferable. So he had to tweet going, I don't know how you can dare disrespect legend like Edward. Well, because legends are legends and they'll always be legends. But sometimes they're just shit, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Like, if Man United was still playing fucking Bobby Charlton,
yeah, exactly. He was a legend at the time.
Remember, this is the same world in which everyone tells me on a daily basis existence is shit and it was always shit. Now, anyone who knows anything about that guy's career, you obviously don't respect legends, you know, provably. No, I'd agree. That's one thing about the community that tilted me, especially pros and people. I made this point before. You always get the same cretinous response. You go like this. Why do you have to lie that he was good? He was clearly bad. And then they go, oh, so I should just say he should be killed then, should I? And you go, no, there's a fucking middle ground, isn't there? The middle ground is either say nothing, or I would suggest do what I did. I was the example for you. Before I tweeted, like, why is everyone tweeting what's good? I tweeted, like, he is a legend. Despite what happens at the end of his career, he was a major winner and superstar player in these games, great supportive player in CSGO. What I did was I highlighted the great things he's done. I pointed out that there was a bad period, but I didn't make that what all it was about. And I focused on the good things. And I was glad that the bad part was over. Because you know what was actually harming the guy's legacy? The fucking bad part where he's being shit. Because, by the way, I've said this a million times. You know what? The team he's gone to now, perfect. That's where he should play. I won't be criticising him at all. It's exactly the right team for him. The point is he couldn't be in a team with Simple and Electronic who should be winning fucking majors and championships, you know. Like, everyone has their time in the sun and his is gone.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. Like I say, I could see the argument for Flamey, but given that Zeus is clearly untouchable, and they weren't going to try a new in-game leader, perhaps one that can, like, you know, move his arms and, you know, compute.
It's the obvious choice to pick.
Compute basic fucking things at the speed of a 10-year-old. You know, that would all help. But whatever. He wasn't going to go, so it has to be Edward then.
Oh, by the way, just as a quick aside, if you are Taco Maniac, I wonder if there could be any of your own little personal foibles from your career that could be, you know, that's like someone going, that's like if I was like, you know what? Can't really fuck with people who have small dicks. And you're like, what do you mean? They're perfectly fine. What are you talking about, people with small dicks? They're absolutely. I know. Sorry, I mean, whoever else has a small dick, of course. I think, you know, women should just be fine with it and accept them. You know, maybe they're good elsewhere. It's like, what are you fucking compensating for, mate? Why are you so riled up by this? You know, I get it that you all got wrecked. Yeah, everyone gets wrecked, unfortunately. When you play well, you don't know, do you?
So he's gone off to Win Strike. I thought it was hilarious as well because he did an interview with. Where was it? Was it Cybersport? I think.
I don't think they exist anymore, do they?
Yeah, yeah.
The site they shut down.
No, I think Cybersport. I think the English one shut down, but the Russian one is still going. And he said, to be entirely honest, I had been anticipating this moment for some time now, maybe for around a year. Edward, you have no idea how long we were anticipating it for, mate. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. People were praying for it. And then everyone has to pretend like, it's all good. So he's off to Win Strike, where he's going to be playing alongside Bondic, Norbert, Kvik. Honestly, it's not that bad a team.
There's some half-decent players there.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
And that's a team guy. The difference is his experience actually will be a benefit there. As you said, listen, I'm sure behind the scenes there's some great stories and stuff, but let's be absolutely real. Edward isn't teaching Simple anything about Counter-Strike. Not right now, anyway. So that's the point. And you know what? Maybe he did give him some tips on. Maybe he gave him some advice. The difference is, like, he's played him for too long now. You've gotten all that experience. Come on, let's not be silly.
Now, is the problem though? Because you're
that's why I said step one, kick Edward. Good.
Yeah.
That one is good. Step two, though. There we go.
Now, step two is very strange because when I saw this leak, I was like, right, here's some things I know. Right now, the CIS region has an embarrassment of riches.
Yes.
An embarrassment of riches.
Well, what do you need these teams? A Vanguard, Team Spirit, there's quality players out there.
Yeah, straight up, man. Like, and even players that, I mean, like, this Norbert kid, like, we were all laughing about his name. You know, just like Sargon of Akkad's fucking political campaign. They're not laughing now. You know? It's fucking, you know, it's a scene that's just got so much talent. And
obviously, I was like, Edward should have just titled that interview like, "This is exactly what I expected to happen."
Yeah. So I was like, I know that was embarrassing, isn't it? Did you watch that video, by the way? Did you treat yourself to it?
I saw that. It was pretty good.
Oh, mate.
It was some funny shit.
His box is fucking gone, hasn't it? But anyway, so I'm like, great, Edward's out. Which fucking absolute stud are they going to go and get from one of these fucking teams? And
this
then
is
it's
like that shit. You know when you tell a kid to do something and then they go and do it in the most half-assed way and fuck it up and then they go, "See, I told you." And you go, "Well, you just did that on purpose to spite me, didn't you?" And they're like, "No, I was trying." It's like, when we all said we wanted Edward to be kicked, you notice we didn't say and then pick up any of the players from Windstrike. We wanted a good player, didn't we? We wanted fucking Adrian or fucking Hobbit. There's a million players we wanted. Like I say,
I mean, not Hobbit now, like.
No, not now. I have to say, personally, I would have
gone Hobbit forever now.
You know, I'd have gone for either like a veteran like Adrian, or I'd have gone for a young talent, like you say, like whatever that guy is. Like, I can't remember his name now. Some Will Die or some shit. That guy from Team Spirit.
Dude, there's Jim. You know, there's Quicket.
There's a few, yeah. There's a few clear candidates.
This before you even start talking about whether or not you can like salvage the likes of May. Like, it's mental, mate. It's fucking mental. All the players they've got. Anyone who types Doja, get the fuck out of my chat.
They're just memeing, hopefully. I will say also, by the way, as a quick aside, a lot of people have noted, and there probably is something to this, since Zeus did say that, you know, this would be his last year or something, he has just literally published a fucking biography or some shit. I would guess that there's probably something to what people were saying, that maybe they're also priming it so that Boomich becomes the in-game leader next year.
That's the theory
obvious,
crafting around it. But here's the thing, come on.
By the way, as a quick aside, because I know a lot of people are going to be confused by this, but the reason why his name doesn't make sense is because the 4, even though he's using leet speak, so 4 would mean an A in English, he's actually using the 4 to mean a Russian character. And as a result, that's why the name is pronounced Boomich. It's not Boombla or whatever. So I'm just putting that out there for fans, because obviously people are going to debate that and wonder what the real one is like. But it is actually supposed to be like Boomich, basically.
Yeah. So the fucking thing with that is, right, like, first of all, I hate this shit when you let people fucking prime their replacements. It's ridiculous because humans are mental. So you end up with situations like, you know, again, we'll use Man United. It's been a train wreck ever since fucking Taggart.
Is this going to be a Moyes reference here?
Yeah, of course it is. You go to a guy who goes, "Oh, hey, Alex Ferguson, you're in charge, basically. You're grooming your replacement." Not like Jimmy Savile. there's our
timestamp, you know.
There's our Jimmy Savile reference for the show. Not like that, right? So you've got, right, how's his brain going to work? So first of all, Alex Ferguson was a fucking demented narcissist. Like, he just so happened to be brilliant at what he does also, right? But so he's, on the one hand, he's going to be going, well, look at Moyes. He's like a fucking Dower Scott, just like me. So obviously you have to be just like me to be as good as me. But then equally he's thinking,
but he's not allowed to be better than me, of course.
He can't be better than me. He
don't whisk me when I'm gone. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you fucking self-sabotage the team that you're leaving. You can't help yourself on some preconscious level. So that's a fucking nightmare to begin with. Then what in the world? Like, where are we pulling this from? So, first of all, Boomich as a player has been fucking sketch. Oh, we all remember the Quantum Bellator fire run, especially Vince, who still hasn't eaten that fucking shoe. Between this and the retirements, I'm going to get Scoops to call you a daft cunt. But anyway, that's also one reference to Vince retiring, which he absolutely is sick to the back teeth of now, by the way, guys. So I am going to stop doing it, maybe in 2020, right? But that was a mad fluke, and we all saw how bad they were after that. And but like Boomich has not been playing well. He just hasn't, right? And then you're gonna groom this guy to be a fucking in-game leader now. Like, did I miss a meeting where he was like an in-game leader? Like, I bang on Zeus all the time, right? Like, for obvious reasons. I've gone back and forth on it, but I've now absolutely 100% concluded he's just the Emperor has no clothes over there, and he's just playing with Simple now. It wouldn't matter what he said; he could just sit there, not actually moving anything, like on his keyboard and mouse, and not saying anything, and they would still win games because of Simple. But like, I don't even know when the last time it was when Boomich actually played against top tier opposition, right? It's been a fucking while.
Oh, his experience level's absolute trash. Like, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Right? And there was one series I remember watching like a few months back. It was like a best of 3 with a Vanguard, and the Vanguard won. And Boomich got abused. He got fucking wrecked. It was ridiculous. And then it's like you go, oh, look, his stats aren't that bad. Look, he's got a 20 against Epsilon, and he banged someone. He did 15 against Youngsters, that fucking team that Pasha's made out of nowhere. He almost went positive in that game. Like he just hasn't been good for a while. That hype that we had with the Boomich Deagle and all of that stuff that we saw in Quantum Bellator Fire, it's been missing for fucking ages. Like, there were so many players that would have picked ahead of him just on the playing basis. And now also he is going to be the guy supposedly that one day will be the in-game leader of Na'Vi. Zeus has too much power over there. That's all I'm going to say. Because if it is true and what people have been saying behind the scenes that this was sort of a Zeus pick, get me the fuck out. He'll fuck Na'Vi from beyond the grave after he retires. Which, by the way, do any of us know he's actually retired? He actually, because I know he talks about it all the time. You know a surefire way to not get kicked from a team? Say you are going to stand down. Because then what you do is you just chill. And it's like, oh, he's playing bad, but don't want to rock the boat. He's going to retire eventually. And on it goes. And then when people have had enough of your bullshit, you get to come out and go, I'm standing down. And we'll see all the same plebs on fucking Reddit that were pretending Edward was good for the last year, right? Like, all on there going, wow, a legend like Zeus, he will never be replaced. Well, not by fucking Boomich, he won't. It's mental. I don't understand what's going on. It's like Na'Vi couldn't be more fucking dysfunctional right now. So, I don't know. What's going on here? And I think Simple's going out of one type of hell and into another. This wasn't the move for me.
No, I'd agree. If I had like a short list of players, this guy wouldn't even make the top 10. Not even the top 10. Like I said, I'd even try out like basically people like a Dread who seem half washed up because, you know, in this team, maybe they could play a role, be a secondary cop, blah, 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 blah. You know, there's all these factors that could go to play. The problem I have with the Boomich pickup is, first of all, like you say, as a player, he's not been a good player. And that's not even against good level opposition. Secondly, because he doesn't play against good level opposition, he has fuck all experience to come and add to this team. He's going to be the one learning from this team, not bringing anything to this team.
Yeah, exactly.
And then thirdly, there's the
he literally is the baby turtle.
Of course, yeah.
He looks like one as well.
He's just a fucking glisten in a turtle's eye. He hasn't even come out yet. They're going to have to gently caress him and fucking make sure that he's comfortable and finally bring him into the world as a real life person. Anyway, the whole thing is with that, it's like there's no... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's literally, basically no reason to argue to bring him on, except the angle you've said, which is pretty whack, which is like, he's going to replace Zeus. Well, then how about he fucking replaces him when he actually goes? Not now, not a year before, not 6 months before, because that doesn't make sense. You can't replace someone who you play with. That doesn't even fucking make sense. What you're doing is you're replacing Edwards. So now I'm going to judge you based on what Edwards is doing. Now, Edwards is in a bad place in his career. I get that. But you're not going to do much more, are you? Especially if your strength is you're the in-game leader, you're not going to be showing me that initially. And by the way, I'll tell you what will mega tilt you. Get ready for a prediction. If they bring this guy into this fucking team and they don't let him be the in-game leader and he actually ends up doing badly, and when Zeus retires, they kick him anyway, I'm going to go fucking mental at Na'Vi. Because I could see a world in which that happens, by the way. And he's just scapegoated on the way out, you know.
Yeah, but this is what I don't even understand either. It's like you say, so he's got to come in, he's got to replace Edward and maybe play some of the roles that Edward plays and do some of the things Edward does, right? And then it's like, but he's got to do that while also like working some kind of demented apprenticeship where he's got to learn how to be an in-game leader eventually for the day that Zeus finally decides he's had enough of money, which is never. What is going on? It's mental. It is. I can't even talk about it anymore. It just sickens me. Fuck this podcast. Let's just end it. The world is terrible. Right. No, that's all right. I've got to do the Patreon questions anyway.
All right.
Oh, I didn't even mention the best bit about DreamHack, did I? Because DreamHack are fucking incompetent. I gotta mention it. They fucked up the trophy. So Team Liquid win this trophy. You're the #1 team in the world. They were like boasting about, you're all getting them sick like fucking championship rings. Which
those do look sick, by the way. Like an NFL championship.
More of those, please. By the way, for all of your official MTG circuit. By the way, you know, fuck the blast. We'll have some.
Yeah. By the way. Rings. If anyone says to them, like, hey, Team Liquid, winning IM Sydney wasn't that good. If you just like flash a hand like fucking Michael Jordan and you've just got like 3 of those rings on, that kind of argument goes away at that point in time.
Right, people are all coming out and going, it was UPS that lost the trophy. They tasked, right? It says here on the official tweet, right? It goes, as you may have noticed, the DreamHack Masters Dallas trophy has been nowhere to be seen all event. Unfortunately, UPS has lost it and we've been unable to get it in time. We will ensure the trophy gets shipped to Team Liquid once it's found. That's on you, DreamHack Masters.
Of course.
Have a backup trophy.
Here's an idea. Don't ship it by UPS. Put it in a bag and carry it to the venue. Crazy idea, isn't it? Maybe have it built in the city that you're making it in. You know, there's a lot of possible solutions. You know, I'm just saying.
To be fair, I'll draw the studio rig getter.
Also,
exactly, I know.
Am I mental, right? Because I seem to remember. I don't know if did DHL operate in America? They are, right?
No idea, mate.
Because I know they've got the headquarters in Germany, but they were an American company.
Oh, okay.
Right? Well, so ESL, right? And this is just the thing. It shows you how my brain works, right? I've obviously got problems. Yeah, I've got more problems than that cat. I know. I'm fucking mental, aren't I, cat? I'm fucking mental, right? But, like, ESL had a fucking sponsorship with DHL that they were banging on about. They were banging on about it, like, look, we got this DHL sponsorship. They had Sir Action Slacks. They had Sir Action Slacks working in the DHL factory. Yeah, he did, Cat. He did. He worked in the factory. And so why did you ship it with UPS? Is this some sort of psyop where actually the trophy didn't get lost? The trophy didn't get lost, right? And you're just doing this to call out a DHL competitor as part of some super elaborate sponsorship deal. But why didn't you use your sponsor?
No, that is the joke.
Package delivery service.
The next tweet goes, we should have bloody shipped it with DHL, shouldn't we? Then it would have got there because they deliver whatever their fucking line is. I don't know, you know. No, the other thing I love about this, Rich, is remember, often as a coach or leader, you use like imagery to make your players get on board. So you can imagine before this, you know, Adren telling all the players, listen, we've been on a lot of these stages and the amount of times we've never been able to get that trophy. Well, you know what? This time we're going to take that trophy and we're going to lift that trophy. And that trophy's going to be out. It hasn't been delivered. Fuck, you know, like the one time.
I know.
That's like some sort of mad thing for Team Liquid as well. Like,
anyway, yeah. I know. Yeah, even getting the trophy in your hands. Yeah. Even when you win, you lose. Right, let's do these questions. So our boy Butt Pounder. Oh, we'll start with Reykjavik, actually. Reykjavik on Steam one of our $100 patrons, asks, after the shit show that was the Ace of Predator Masters 2015, where Raheem Babam fucked his own casting career by deciding to be a diva, have there been any other examples of this in top teams where someone is so full of themselves they completely wreck their own career? You don't even have to go back in ancient history as far as I'm concerned, mate, because Smooya even came out and fucking said on Insta or I don't know, whatever the kids are using these days, you know what I mean? He fucking did a post where he said, yeah, leaving Big was a mistake. All you're doing, you mad cunt, and just before a major, it's ridiculous. So I don't know if there's any way back. Like, he was playing at Renegades. I mean, be very interested to see. Like, he obviously had that stand-in role, but you know, obviously, he was no doubt he was ever replacing Gratisfaction. So I mean, for me, the only way back for him, it would be to go back to Big, cap in hand.
Probably.
I think that's literally the only team that's actually gonna take him on, take that risk. So, pretty ridiculous. And then, of course, your favorite, KNG, right? I mean, literally fucked his career irreparably. Now, what you have to understand
multiple
is...
times.
Yeah, not
like, you know that whole thing of, like, last nail in the coffin? That's like what he did. He put all the fucking nails in his coffin. And at the end, when he was inside a fucking coffin and couldn't get out, goes, is it because I was Brazilian? It's like, no, it isn't. You fucking did all this.
Why have you brought Ali G back? Why have you brought Ali G back? But yeah, no, it was ridiculous. You know, and again, remember, people were working around all of his shit because we all heard rumors that he had trouble with visa and travel and stuff. We'd all heard that behind the scenes, and yet Immortals were willing to fucking, you know, take that brunt and work around because he was a phenomenally talented player. And then just his fucking mouth. Just his mouth and his always need to be right and his need to never apologize and do it his way. It's like, listen, I've seen the movie Scarface. I think it's a great movie. But if you watch that movie and you think, that Tony Montana, brilliant, didn't compromise, got to the top without... You're like, no, that isn't the fucking takeaway lesson, is it, you mad cunt? The whole point is, it's like, your hubris has to be checked at some fucking point. Anyway, so hope that answers your question, Rekovic. But Pounder 420 says, gun to your head, you must choose one to save, the other two evaporate into the ether, never to be seen again. Crystal meth, Vox Media, or big anime breasts. So I think this is a pretty easy one. I'd choose to save Crystal
big
meth.
Breasts.
Oh, see, we're at loggerheads. I don't need your body pillow, motherfucker.
Okay.
I need that sweet meth. so I 100% keep Crystal.
Just a joke, of course. We would never encourage the use of illicit substances on this channel or any platforms that we publish this on.
No, but I mean for its medicinal benefits.
Yes.
I mean,
oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
medicinal.
You know, in hospital they do sometimes give you that.
What, crystal meth?
Yeah,
you know, I mean,
amphetamines have medical uses.
I don't know about
amphetamines have medical. Do you want to know a funny story that actually did happen in America? Somebody went to somebody took like a prescription and then forged on it and wrote like meth, right? And this woman tried to get medical meth from a fucking pharmacy.
The only way that would be better is if someone came along from Wales and then they just had theirs and they look, can I have some beak?
Wales, you say. Wales, is it? Fucking hell. Right. That was outrageous. Fucking hell. Mate. Mowgli fucking had better grasp of English than that when he was at the start. Anyway. And Jerky's Minion, who was your MVP of DreamHack Master?
Oh, wait, no, you missed the question.
He had a serious question. He always does this, but Pounder, he doubles up. We always let him for some reason. With how much
pounds those butts so well?
He fucking does. Yeah. With how much traveling teams do, why is there a complete lack of hotel sponsorships within esports? I mean, I'm trying to think. I think there's been one, right? I think we've had some.
I don't think I remember one. Like, especially not for a team. Like maybe for an event organizer, there could maybe have been one. The problem I have to say with that is, like, first of all, I doubt the big chains are really going to go for that. Like, I don't think they care enough about esports.
Well, Renegades had that that Vegas casino.
Yeah, the MGM.
And they lived there and
right.
played, but that isn't really kind of the same, is it?
I mean, I can
And
say
no
one
one
thing that
I
would
saw
obviously be a problem with this is like, unless it was considerable money, it would then make it a bit of a joke if you were going somewhere that didn't have a hotel there or had one and it was a shit one. And now you have to either wreck your own sponsor and not stay there or stay in a shit hotel just because you get some money. So I think it's just, it hasn't gotten big enough yet. For me, that's the type of lifestyle sponsor that's only going to come in at the end. I can see why he formulated the question. You're right. They obviously travel a lot, but if anything, I think that would make more sense for like the tournament organizers. They're the ones who give you the accommodation and stuff,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I think at the end of the day, the kind of sponsors that are getting into esports right now, it's like there's just not really a lot of overlap because when you go to an event, you have to sleep where the fuck you can. Like, what hotel is closest to the event? Now, if that imagine the nightmare world of hotel exclusivity because of a fucking sponsor you had. Yep, you can't stay at the fucking Travel Lodge because you're sponsored by, give me another shit one. Well, Sam knows.
Premier Inn.
Premier Inn.
Yeah.
So, but the Travel Lodge is the closest. The Premier Inn's fucking 10 miles away. Now, it ain't
And then
costing
imagine
you
fucking
shit.
Blast coming in, innit? Oh, do you want to go to that event in Sydney? They don't even have any of your chain. Of course, the event I'm doing, Blast Port Albert, we've got that nice bed and breakfast.
Mate, there's no nice bed and breakfast
I know.
in Port
But
Albert.
there is Crystal Bay.
And certainly a Premier.
Right. So there you have it. So all that remains to be said is to obviously thank you'll have to cut this bit out again.
No, there was one more. Jerky's Minion asked who the MVP
Oh,
was.
yeah. Fucking
Yes.
hell. Yeah, who was your real MVP of DreamHack Masters Dallas from Jerky's?
This is one of those ones where I actually think like you shouldn't just go by stats. Like you could definitely just on the eye test give it to a few people from Liquid. I probably would agree with what I've seen online, which is I think Elige was pretty good, but I think Twist was fucking killing it as well. I think some of the Ents players, if they won, would have been the MVP. So I think Twist, Elige for me, probably Elige had edges, I think.
Yeah, I gotta say, like usually I always try and look at the team that like had a tough run and maybe didn't win the tournament before you like throw MVPs around, because I just hate this idea that MVPs always have to go to the winners. But based in how Liquid played overall, I really think Elige is a good shout here. I think Twist did have some mega series. And I think he was like lights out in the final.
He was pretty good in the final as well.
Yeah, so that's a shout for him. But then again, he had a couple of quiet ones, But this is just the embarrassment of riches that Team Liquid have, like we alluded to earlier. I think Elige getting it quite fitting. I was very surprised actually. They were saying he hasn't had that this was his first.
Yeah, I think as far as I know, the past
MVP award
were always like Twists and Naf. They were the two always getting them. So he was always like he would have good stats, but he wasn't on their level basically.
How is that true?
It's mad, isn't it?
No, but do you remember how good like Elige was before Team Liquid even took off? Like,
yeah, but the problem is that was also
yeah,
but those were also the times when his team didn't win the tournament, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's also crazy to think that Elige we've been talking about for 4 fucking years is like only 21 or something as well.
I know, isn't it?
Pretty mental. Just another
that generation of American talent was so legit if you look now. Because remember, who came out of that generation? The fucking Cloud9 lineup that won the major, the Optic lineup that was really good, this Team Liquid lineup. Like, what a crop that was.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy stuff. Right, now, all that remains to be said is to thank our patrons, $100 patrons, Jerky's Minion, Detlef Insomniac, Rickovic on Steam, Mikhail, Alex Ragnarsson, and Butt Pounder 420. Our $50 patrons, Marcus Kyumpar, TC Owens, Sard Sawar, Watch Doge, Carve, Madsen, Colin Penny, Betakagi Session. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. Thanks to everybody who subscribed and donated and all that other stuff. From me, from Duncan, we're going to be in Cali next week, obviously on Tuesday. We're going to be doing a talk. I don't know if it's going to be streamed anywhere. If it is, we'll tell you on Twitter. But so we won't have a By the Numbers on Tuesday, but we will have a By the Numbers at some point next week. We'll figure out how it's all going to work, and we will let you know all about it. And final thing to say, if you were worried about YouTube deleting all of the By the Numbers VODs, I've put all of the By the Numbers VODs on Twitch. They are there. They're not behind a paywall. For all the patrons who paid for them and made it possible, they will be there. They will be free for you to watch at your leisure. So just an FYI. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We will see you on the next episode. And until then, take care of yourselves.